game. It's the Minster Wildcats and the Delphos St. John's Blue Jays right here on WHL, Lima's Fox Station.
Well, hi again, everybody, and welcome to the Stadium Park in Delphos, where tonight we've got Division 6, Region 24 high school football action. These are the quarterfinals here on Fox. We did a game last night between the Columbus Crew Bulldogs and the Bluffton Pirates. Tonight we do a game. It seems like we're just doing another MAC game, but it's a bigger than a MAC game now because it is the playoffs. Delphos St. John, the Blue Jays, the number one team in the state of Ohio. They have won 39 consecutive high school football games. Going to be taking on a team tonight who finished the regular season at 5-5, the Minster Wildcats. They also finished 2-5 in the MAC. The Delphos St. John Blue Jays, of course, 10-0 on the season. They finished up perfect in the MAC and winning another MAC championship. Pregame show tonight is being brought to you by our good friends at the St. Rita's Medical Center, the region's leader in medical care. From our sports medicine walk-in clinics to 24-hour express and emergency care, that is why there's St. Rita's. Scott Stiles with me tonight. He will not be on the sidelines, and with the weather a little bit nippy, even though we haven't had to get our coats out yet, it'll be nice for you to be up in the booth with me tonight, Scott. And again, we had this. At least this game was played during the regular season between the Blue Jays and the Minster Wildcats. The Jays came out on top, scoring 59 points in that game.
Well, the Blue Jays are such a powerhouse football team. They have offense going well, defense going well. They're excellent special team play. And Minster tonight can only expect to maybe turn out a respectable turnout, and for the kids to play well and get valuable experience in a playoff situation. They're playing a lot of young kids tonight, so they're not expecting much out of them, I don't think. They just want them to prove themselves, play worthy, and try to give Delphos a good football game.
Of course, we've seen this Minster squad as well. We had a chance to check them out during the Parkway game earlier this year, and Parkway had an extraordinary night that night, defeated Minster, but a team in which they run that single wing could be interesting again.
Yeah, a single wing offense is where you get a direct snap, sometimes to the halfback position, maybe sometimes the quarterback, but the quarterback does not line up over the center. So it's an interesting offense, and it takes time to adjust, but once a team adjusts to that style of offense, usually they're hard to get something going again. You have to switch to another type of offense, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, pregame show tonight brought to you by the St. Rita's Medical Center, the region's leader in medical care. From our sports medicine walk-in clinics to 24-hour express and emergency care, that is why there's St. Rita's. Again, a Saturday night high school football, the Blue Jays up against the Minster Wildcats, all coming up next on Fox, as well as our keys to the game and our starting lineups. We'll do all that right after these.
For years, since you were a very small child, we've been helping your family. Always there, quietly providing support when it was needed. Now it's your turn. A family of your own, with all the joys and responsibilities that families bring. And we're still right here, where we've always been.
Citizens Bank of Delphos, your hometown bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The gym was like a second home to me.
Hey, Kevin.
So when I hurt my shoulder and I couldn't do the things I love to do, I knew I needed help. After surgery at St. Rita's and time in the hospital's therapy pool, my shoulder's stronger than ever. Thanks to St. Rita's, I'm back in the gym doing what I love to do, with the people I care about most.
For more about St. Rita's Sports Medicine Program, call us. That's why there's St. Rita's.
It's the original Halloween slasher sale at Mike Pruitt Superstore. At least 10 cars and trucks for only $99. Don't be fooled by the copycats. This is the original slasher sale, and you'll never buy a vehicle cheaper. One day only, Saturday, October 30th, at Mike Pruitt Superstore next to Sam's. And bring the kids for our Halloween costume contest at 3 p.m. Grand prize, a $500 savings bond. The $99 slasher sale, registration begins at 7 a.m. at Mike Pruitt Superstore.
What's gone? Well, hi again, everybody, and welcome to the Stadium Park. We're here for the Division 6 Region 24 quarterfinals between the Delphos St. John Blue Jays. Perfect on the season, 10-0, your MAC champions, your number one team in the state of Ohio, up against the Minster Wildcats, coming into the ball game with a record of 5-5. Time now to find out what the keys are to this high school football contest. Keys, as always, brought to you by our good friend at Mike Pruitt's Ford, where you'll discover for yourself nobody beats a Mike Pruitt deal. Nobody. And with the keys for tonight, here's Scott Stiles.
Thanks, Carl. First key for tonight's game is actually going to be ball control. For Minster to have any chance in this football game, Carl, I believe they have to have ball control and keep the high-powered offense off the field for Delphos. They got to maintain the ball for long possessions. Don't even want to score too quick. Want to keep the ball in their favor. Number 2 is field position. Field position is definitely going to be a key, especially for Minster. You want to have nice drives, but you want to have good field position where you can accomplish and maybe get some points. Number 3 is going to be turnovers. If Minster has any kind of turnover ratio tonight at all, then they're going to be out of this ball game early, because Delphos jumps on turnovers and usually capitalize on those situations. So those are the keys of the game.
Thank you, Scott. Keys tonight brought to you by Mike Pruitt Ford, where you'll discover for yourself that nobody beats a Mike Pruitt deal. Nobody. Delphos St. John's comes into the ball game 10-0. They are your MAC champions. Todd Schulte, the head coach, his first year as head coach. Also an assistant coach at Ayersville before coming to Delphos St. John's. Former running back, of course, for the Blue Jays. 9 returning starters, 4 on the offense, 5 on the defense. They have 22 returning lettermen. They'll run out of the Pro I formation. They'll use a 43 defense. Whit Parks, the head football coach for Minster, 151, 83-3, his career record. And this is his 24th year as a head coach. He's coached at Zanesville, also at Frederickstown, Orsville, and Mount Vernon. 4 returning starters on the offense and 4 on the defense. 5 returning lettermen. They will run out of the shotgun, and we talked about that single wing, and also they will be using the 50 defense. And again, these are the quarterfinals. The winner will advance to play again next Saturday night. And we'll let you know how things stack up in terms of who they're going to be playing, the winner of this one, and how things went last night and all that good stuff as this game progresses. As we get things underway, the Delphos St. John Blue Jays are going to come out on the field, and they are going to be kicking off to the Minster Wildcats. Minster and St. John's hooked up in Week 9. St. John's won that one 59-16. They've won 2 straight state championships in Division 6. They have shut out their opponents 6 times this year. They have won 39 consecutive games. Delphos St. John's, as I mentioned, going to be kicking off. Michael Bittler, number 10, going to put his foot into it. Back deep for the Minster Wildcats is going to be Stuckey, Stevie, and Dwenger. Here we go. This one's underway. The foot is into it, and the ball going to be taken around the 5-yard line, returned across the 15 to the 20, and continuing on, and finally brought down just across the 30-yard line. And I think I noticed that it was not Michael Bittler who was kicking off, but it was Doug Martz,
who happened to be our player of the game last week, I believe.
Time now to find out about the starting lineups, brought to you by St. Rita's Sports Medicine Walk-In Clinics, open from 7:30 to 9 o'clock a.m. Monday through Saturday, 830 West High Street in Lima. Since Scott and I have seen this team last time against Parkway, there have been some changes in the starting lineup. We'll tell you about those as this series here progresses. 1st and 10, 32-yard line. The quarterback out of the shotgun throws and incomplete to Scott Randley. Quarterback is number 3, Dustin Summer, 6'2", 185 pounds, and he is just a freshman. We'll see in the tailback position Greg Stuckey, number 45, also a couple flankers. Scott Randley, number 18, and Andy Retgerman is number 24. Split end is Jim Dwenger, 87. Tight end, Tim Warnick, 89. Centers, Paul Kitzmiller, 60. The tackles, 71, Alex Schmeezing. The other tackle, Austin Kaler, number 58. We'll check the rest of the line after this. Same play and same result. It's going to be a 3rd down. Let's throw up that offensive line again. Told you about the center and the 2 tackles. The 2 guards are number 64, Doug Stricker, and the other guard is number 52, Mark Dirksen. And those are the starters on the offense for Minster. Blue Jay defensive starters, Kapkar, Rocky Klaus at the ends, Jackson and Schwinnen at tackles. Linebackers are Martz, Recker, and Ardner. Cornerbacks, Martz and Grodhaus. And also back there in the safety positions, Hain and Fisher. Shotgun, 3rd down situation. Long ball, good coverage by the Jays. Up for grabs, incomplete. So we've given you all the starters for the Delphos St. John Blue Jays on the defense and all the starters on the offense for Minster as the first series comes to an end here, and Minster's going to have to punt.
Yeah, they came out throwing the football, Carl. They had a shot at the first one. The last two passes were not close to the receivers. Therefore, they have to punt. Something they don't want to do is 3 and outs. Too many of those tonight will hurt them.
Back deep for Delphos St. John's, you're going to see Craig Hershey and Jeff Fisher, a couple of dangerous guys standing back there around the 27-yard line. Punting is going to be Tim Warnick. Gets the foot into it, and it's going to be a short punt. Bounces around, finally picked up by Hershey, and gets back up, and finally goes back down again. And boy, I thought he was down to start out there.
Yeah, he was, but the official did not blow the whistle.
That's dangerous.
Yes, it is.
Let's check the starters for this high-powered Delphos St. John Blue Jay offense. The quarterback, and he's a good one, Scott McCormick, 6'2", 215, a senior. Adam Miller is the fullback. Zach Weber is the outstanding tailback with 1,600 yards this season, 23 touchdowns. Wingback is Aaron Becker. Split end, John Odenweller. The tight end is Ryan Morris. We'll check the line for you after this first play on 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Just underway, first quarter. Give it to Weber. Weber picks his way through, keeps on going, picks up about 6 or 7 yards. Got a good offensive line. That's what makes this team go. Phil Gunder, this veteran center, number 51, 6'5", 250. 2 tackles are Andy Becker, 53, and Kyle Minnick, number 79. Guards, Scott Miller, 55, and Nick Yeager, number 64. We will check the defense for Minster after this next play. 2nd down and 4 from the 38-yard line. Scott McCormick gives it off to Weber, who stops on a dime, takes off, and goes nowhere. Maybe picked up a yard. Here's the defense for the Minster Wildcats. Defensive ends, Doug Stricker and Greg Stuckey. Also left tackle is Dave Hosfeld, number 70. Right defensive tackle, Alex Schmeezing, 71. Andy Niemeyer, the nose guard. The backers are Gigante, also Matt Dews, Mark Dirksen, Jim Dwanger, Mark Stevie, and Chris Brown are your defensive backs. 3rd down and 3 from the 39. First back through is Miller, and he picks up the first down. Starting lineups brought to you by the St. Rita Sports Medicine Walk-In Clinics, open from 7:30 to 9 o'clock a.m. Monday through Saturday, 830 West High Street in Lima. And the Blue Jays, as I mentioned, pick up the first down. They'll move the sticks.
Yeah, when they need it, they gave it to Big Adam Miller. He's 6'2", 197, so he has a lot of power behind him and got the first down for him. 3 running plays in a row. See what they do here.
1st and 10, 43-yard line. We played 2 minutes here in this first quarter. McCormick wants to throw, looking downfield, in trouble, and he's going to be brought down. Loss of about 5 yards on that play. Nice tackle by Doug Stricker, the defensive end.
Minster's doing a good job of applying pressure on the corners and not letting anybody get outside. Everything Zach Weber's tried a couple times to put some cutback moves on. They're keeping him inside the tackle to tackle, and they're doing a good job there. Didn't give McCormick any chance to scramble. Kept him in the pocket. Pressure up the middle. Got him.
Got 2 split wide right for the Jays out of the I formation. Scott McCormick, with over 1,100 yards passing this season, goes to Weber. He cuts it back upfield, and he will go down, but he will be short of the first down by about 6 yards.
That's the dangerous thing about blitzing. They blitzed on that side, on play side, and a lot of times with Weber's speed, if he breaks that first wave, he can be gone. You got to have somebody in the 2nd and 3rd waves to be able to clean up there, because if he breaks the first wave with his speed, he can take it all the way.
Zach Weber, 2nd in rushing in the region with almost or just over 1,600 yards. Aaron McPherson from Kenton with over 2,000 yards rushing this year.
He's a heck of a running back.
3rd down situation for the Jays. They need 5. They send a man in motion. And they will go with the first back through, Miller, and he's not going to get the first down.
Good defensive stand by Minster, forcing Blue Jays to send their punt team out on the field.
You don't see that very often at the beginning of the football game, because the one thing the Delphos St. John Blue Jays like to do is jump on you quick, put you out of the game in a hurry. But now Minster's going to get a shot at it here, holding the Jays on their first series. And Jim Dwanger and Scott Ranley back deep for the Minster Wildcats. Dwanger is 87, Ranley is number 18. Punting is Doug Martz. Martz gets the foot into it. It goes down by Dwinger, and he's going to let it go, and it goes down inside the 5-yard line. Nice job by Doug Martz, who came in averaging almost 44 yards per punt.
Excellent job. Kicked it to the corner, gave his a nice high kick, which gave his coverage team a chance to get down there and down the football before it went in the end zone.
Have to check that, Scott, on the updated numbers there on Doug Martz. Last time I saw him a couple of weeks ago. Well, it was last week, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Against Coldwater Cavaliers, we watched the Blue Jays, but in case it improved, I'll make sure we update that one. It is 44, so we're right there.
As always.
Yep, first down and 10 for the Minster Wildcats. Let's see what they can do this time. Quarterback again is Dustin Summer. Back to pass, throws it out pattern, and it's going to be caught by Andy Retkerman, the 6', 170-pound sophomore. Now, something to tell you about this Minster team. They've got some youngsters out there. They got Schmeezing, a junior. Also got Austin Kaler, a junior. The quarterback is a sophomore, or rather a freshman. Stuckey is just a junior. You throw Retkerman in there, who is a sophomore. And that's not a real young starting lineup, but got some young ones in there.
Young ones at the position. Yeah, exactly.
Right? Second down 5 from the 8-yard line. They swing 3 over on that right side. Interesting formation. They run that way, which makes sense, and they pick up a first down.
Yep, power football right there. Line it up and straight ahead blocking, power to the right. First down, good play.
Jay's defense, a very good defense. Now, it's kind of a deceiving if you look at their numbers on the defense because they've given up some points this year. But a lot of times the points they're giving up are against their second-team defenses. It's at times even third teams. Defense is outstanding. Dustin Summer, 16 of 39 this year for 312 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Wants to throw out pattern. It's going to be caught, pickup of about 7 yards or so. Receiver Jim Dwinger, who's got 25 balls this year, 312 yards and a couple of touchdowns. You know, we look over some of the numbers of the running backs here, Scott, and not a lot of numbers because they don't have all the original guys in there starting.
Right.
Stuckey with not a whole lot of yards rushing at the tailback position, and what you're seeing right now is what you're going to see the rest of the game.
Yep, right here and then for the future as well for them.
Second and 5 for the 22, out of the shotgun again. Wants to throw, looking downfield, picked up and dropped.
Boy, he had 6.
And Hershey wants that one back. Craig Hershey back there on the defense for Delphos St. John's.
Boy, oh boy. Well, I tell you, I was just getting ready to comment how well the Minster quarterback was really throwing the football as a freshman. And that one got away from him a little bit.
St. John's with a lot of veterans, especially on this defense. You got Keith Recker back there, a sophomore, and they'll substitute a lot, but still, veteran squad here on the defense. Third down and 5. Summer wants to throw, looks downfield, lot of contact. And I don't see any flags.
He made the catch, Coach.
Wait, he caught the ball, huh? That was a beautiful catch down there. Picks up the first down. Some of the coaches up here in the box thought there might have been some contact. There was, but he caught the football.
Yeah, I think he was pretty well smothered. He came over the back, but they made an excellent catch and got the first down. Another key first down on third down situation. So keep the drive alive here.
First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Got 2 split on the left side of the field for the Minster Wildcats, and they run that way, throw that way, look downfield, got a defensive back there, and the ball is going to be incomplete, but Randy Grotehouse, the 5'9", 147-pound junior back there on the defense, nice job.
Yeah, Randy did a good job. He's at the free safety position. He ran all the way from the other side of the hash to break that up, but he's watching the quarterback roll out and read his eyes the whole way. Good job by Grotehouse.
Offensive line, Kitzmiller 190, Kaler 205, Stricker 190, Schmeezing 225, and Dirksen at 220. Defensive line, Kapkar 202, Jackson 250, Schwinn 205, and Klaus, doesn't matter how much he weighs. He plays like he weighs about 250, 300 pounds, and is mean. Across the middle, and there's a hit after the incomplete pass. Nice job by Chuck Hain, the safety there, to put the lick on. We saw some hits last night in that Grove-Bluffton game.
Did we ever.
Our player of the game was Adam Hawkey, who put a couple of major hits on some of the receivers for Bluffton.
That was physical football game. I'm sure both teams, they woke up with some bumps and bruises and were hurting this morning. I tell you what, that's the hardest hitting game I've seen in a couple of years.
Overtime game, Grove won 21-14. Bath beat Napoleon 24-21. Smithville knocked off Jefferson 21-7. St. Henry, they beat Versailles in a timeout now. 34-21. And that was a lot closer because St. Henry got a touchdown the last couple of seconds of the game.
Right.
Knocking off Versailles. And also a couple of games we were looking down through the scores today that were kind of interesting. One of those, we're talking about Gibsonburg going into their game because Jefferson, if they'd have won, had a possibility of playing Gibsonburg, but they ended up losing last night to Sycamore Mohawk 15-14. That must have been a nice game. Congratulations to Sidney Lehman. They beat Milford Center Fairbanks 13-0. Liberty Center, they knocked off Fairview, so that means now Liberty Center's got to go up against Grove.
Yep. And Bell Fountain won a big one last night. Had that Bath Bell Fountain showdown that we talked about on your show this past week.
Lima Senior playing tonight. Best of luck to Coach Leonard Rush. They're playing at Upper Arlington tonight.
Yep. Nice little road trip for them.
Tim Goodwin's team playing tonight. That's where Bill's at. His son playing. Marion Local taking on Macomb tonight at Mariah Stein. Pandora Gilboa's playing Ayersville at home tonight. Hardin Northern is playing Springfield Catholic Central. The winner of this game will take on the winner of that game next week at a site to be determined. Third down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Out of the shotgun again. Quarterback Summer looking downfield. He's going to go down. The Jays there to bring him down, and then on the tackle, big number 48.
What Sumner was doing there, he had the out pattern open, but wasn't enough for the first down. He was waiting for number 87, Jim Dweiner, to come back around the out. He came back in on the curl pattern, and Dweiner wasn't able to free himself up. They had good defense on him. They double-teamed him there, and Dweiner was covered the whole time. They had to take the sack.
Rocky Klaus gets the tackle for the Jays. Now it's a 4th down and 14. Tim Warnick back to punt for the Minster Wildcats. Gets his foot into it at about the 20. And it bounces 43, and they'll let it bounce inside the 40 down to the 37. And that is where the Jays will set up their offense, 1st and 10.
Minster did a good job. They started on the 3-yard line. They had 3 converted third down situations, got them some first downs, got the ball out of the hole. There you go, field position again. Give Delphos long field to make them drive the ball and use up some time. Minster did a good job there.
Coldwater's playing host to Otsego tonight. Kenton is at Clear Fork tonight. St. Henry next week is going to be taking on Parkway, another game from the MAC, as Parkway won last night against an undefeated Waynesville squad. Showing blitz, here come the Minster Wildcats, and Zach zips on by. He is going to go all the way unless somebody can catch him. Down the right sideline, he is going to go touchdown, Blue Jays. 64-yard touchdown run for who? Zing! He had a couple of guys who had the angle on him, and he did not want to be embarrassed by Scott Stiles again on national television, as you called him the clunker last week because he got caught by somebody.
Yeah, his mom came up to me. She goes, boy, he really felt bad when you called him clunker last week. She goes, he said he'll never get caught again. I thought he was going to get caught there. The kid had an angle, but Zach hit another gear. About the 20-yard line, he was gone. Good hold by the offensive line.
Jays go on top, 6-0 on the Lone Zone scoreboard with 5:02 remaining first quarter. The extra point is up, and it is good by Michael Bittler for the Jays.
That's why I was talking about pressure, Carl. Minster's coming with heavy pressure. They're bringing 7, 8, 9 guys, and they have 2 deep. And if you break that first wave, you only have 2 or 3 guys going to be able to, try to get it on that second wave, and nobody could catch him. That's the problem with bringing everybody. But Minster's applying good pressure early, and they were doing a good job. That time, Delphos broke one, and they got on the board.
Also tonight, Antwerp is taking on Oregon Cardinal Stritch. Best of luck to Antwerp. Hey, Pickle got beat last night. That was kind of a surprise.
Yeah, they got upset 20-15, I believe.
The winner of the Pandora Gilboa and Ayersville game, which Ayersville comes in 7-3 and Pandora Gilboa coming in 9-1, going to be taking on the Macomb Marion local game. So we could see an interesting matchup there between Pandora and Marion local.
That could be a heck of a football game because there's 2 physical teams going at it right there if they would happen to match up.
Jay's ready to kick off. And again, Mark's getting the foot into it. Kicks it on the right side of the field. It's going to be taken inside the 10-yard line. Returned across the 20. to about the 25, and that is where the passing game will come back out on the field for the Minster Wildcats.
Well, Minster did a good job of moving the ball a little bit last time. We'll see if that gave the quarterback some of their confidence a little bit, because he threw the ball pretty darn well last series, and see if they can get something going here in the first quarter.
Well, next Friday night is going to be Divisions 2, 3, and 5 playing. Next Saturday night, 1, 4, and 6. And I can pretty much bet I know where we're going to be next Saturday night, depending on who wins this game here. We're going to follow the MAC team out of this game here, as that ball is going to be caught by Jim Dwanger. Next Friday night up for grabs right now. Don't have any idea where we're going to be on Friday night. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see Grove play again. And
yeah, there's a couple of possibilities there. I was told down there, maybe Grove and also maybe a Bath at Bell Fountain.
That's right. Well, our hearts and our condolences and everything when you're in the sporting world go out to Opie Roeder for the Columbus Grove Bulldogs, a running back last night who, and I haven't heard the updated report on him, but last night what we heard, he messed up his knee pretty bad and probably will not see any action the rest of this season. And he is a senior. Pass on that right side, going to be caught by Stuckey, and then he is Stuck.
Yeah, you hate to see anything happen to Opie Roeder like that last night. He's a fine individual and is an excellent football player.
But he's also a basketball player.
Point guard. And that I saw the basketball coach jump off the top row last night when that happened. So, you know, it hurts everything because they rely on him so heavily. He's a team leader, and the team deflated for a while last night, but they did a good job and rallied around him and pulled out a big win last night. It was an excellent football game by both teams last night.
Minster 3rd and 11 from the 24-yard line. This first quarter has 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Quarterback Summer wants to throw. It's an up-for-grabs ball, and it is caught by the Jays. Interception. Delphos St. John's give the INT to Randy Grotehouse.
Well, that's the second opportunity Randy has had to make a pick, and that time he had made an excellent catch. It was a hard catch. It was over his head, and he reached up there and grabbed it and pulled her in. Had great coverage. On number 87, Jim Dwainer. They're trying to force the ball to him. Dwainer's a senior, 190 pounds. And he's their leading receiver as well. So now he's down on the field. He must have heard it look like his left leg he's holding.
Well, Randy Grotehouse takes over the lead in interceptions on this team now. Jeff Fisher and Randy have been tied with 4. And now Randy's got 5. So Jeff needs to get another one here tonight to catch up. Also, Craig Hershey's got 3.
You know,
tackles too, Scott. Jeff Fisher has been playing some outstanding football this year. Jeff leads the team in tackles with 103. Recker behind with 90. Got a couple players with 80 or more. Ardner 87, Martin 86, and Martz with 84. Your top defensive players for the Delphos St. John Blue Jays.
You know, these defensive ends for Delphos, I've been really impressed with them. You got Joe Cabcar, who's 6'6", a little over 200 pounds. And then you got Rocky Klaus, who's 6'2", about 190 pounds. And they come hard, and those are big individuals right there. And it's hard to get around the corner on these guys. They've been impressive all year. Been dominating on the corners. Rocky's a heck of a basketball player, too.
Yep. Well, you know, the basketball team hasn't been able to practice much because they've only got, I think they told me 2, 3, 4 players at the most that are practicing right now because everybody's playing football yet. So the Jays will start 1st and 10 now. They are at the 42-yard line. Last time they got a 64-yard run from Zach Weber. And now they will go with the pass. McCormick goes down the middle, and it's going to be caught by John Odenweller. Odenweller kicks it into gear. Touchdown, Blue Jays. John Odenweller borrowed a little bit of that spark that Zach used on the last run, and he takes it in for another touchdown. That would be from 58 yards.
What a ball by McCormick. He waited till Odenweller ran a short post pattern, and he waited for him to clear the linebackers and hit it right between the linebackers, and he was off to the races. Great throw, great catch. 6 more points for the Blue Jays.
13-zip. That's Odenweller's 23rd catch this season. He now has 9 touchdowns. McCormick has now thrown this season 17 touchdown passes. Came in 63 of 123 for 1,190 yards as the extra point is good by Michael Bittler again, and it's quickly boom, boom, 14-zip.
Yep, McCormick had great protection, stepped tall in the pocket, stood tall, delivered around the numbers, and that was history. It was gone.
So 3 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. It's 14-0 in favor of the Delphos St. John Blue Jays. And the Minster Wildcats going to bring that offense back out.
What Minster can't afford to do now is get down. Yet it's a lot of time left. If they can get something going here, get any types of points, whether it's 3 or 6, that's going to be a bonus for them. They just got to maintain their composure and try to stay in this football game and fight hard.
Tonight's official water sponsor is Northwest Ohio Water. Call 339-2430, the delivery of your water conditioner system. St. John's ready to kick off again. This is, again, Martz. Gets his foot into it. Going to be taken inside the 10-yard line one more time. Returned out across the 20 and almost to the 30-yard line, and that is where Minster will set up shop again. 1st and 10. Greg Stuckey with the return for the Minster Wildcats.
Tell you what, Martz gets more practice putting on and off shoes because he's a straight-on kicker. And boy, he gets that shoe on quicker than anybody I've ever seen.
We went over before how the regional pairings go. Regional semifinals will be next. 1-8 winner takes on the 4-5 winner, and the 2-7 winner takes on the 3-6 winner. And that's at neutral sites, no rebracketing. There's that little shift to the right side out of the shotgun. They usually run that way, and they do again, this time to Stuckey. Stuckey gets the snap, and this gives Scott a chance, as we haven't seen this a whole lot here in the first quarter, how they run this single wing offense.
Well, the single wing, your quarterback a lot of times moves out to the slot, and you have 1 or 2 up backs, or half backs they call them, and the center has a direct snap to one of the half backs. And then they have the option to run or throw out of that, but more times than not, as you see there, they'll overload one side or the other, and they'll run the football to that side. And then they can run the counter off that as well, where the quarterback will actually in the slot will come back on a little counter. So watch for that later on.
This time they'll shift left. And now we need a running back, and there he is. He's going to pass the football, Summer. Down the field has Randley, and too much, and it's picked off. Interception by Jeff Fisher, the 5'11", 175-pound senior. You know what was interesting about that? We were down there before the football game started during pregame, and Fisher made an outstanding catch on one of the balls thrown by one of the quarterbacks, and heard a couple of coaches say, hey, great catch here, Jeff, and that was a great catch there on interception.
Well, it was. I tell you what, he laid out for that perfect. I actually thought he didn't have a shot at it, but he came up, and what a great catch.
Well, don't blink, because the Jays have scored a couple of times here in quick fashion. Right now, they have the football again, a 1st and 10 from the 39. And they'll go pass play again. Down the middle, they have a wide open receiver. They go right side, and Weber can't catch up with it. But I tell you, Ryan Morris was wide open down the middle.
Yeah, I think that was intended for Zach Weber all along, because Morris really didn't even look back for the football, and McCormick didn't look at him either.
Another Minster player down on his back at around the 39-yard line. They're going to come out and check him over, make sure he's okay.
Looks like number 71, Alex Schmeising.
Check to see how he is. Again, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors making it possible that we are here tonight at the Delphos Stadium Park. We'd like to say a big thank you to the tournament manager over here, Don Heisman, the athletic director for Delphos St. John's, doing a nice job of setting everything up. And I'll tell you this is the first time in 6 years I've been in the front row.
Well, maybe you ought to have me up here more often.
I think he likes you, Scott. And they don't like me. I don't know how we got up here. You know, it's nice to be able to see the game.
Yeah, instead of back at Jimmy's head. It is pretty nice. Kind of like that. Of course, I'm glad I'm up here tonight because it's colder on the rail down there. I'll tell you what, Coonsy,
yeah,
he ate a lot before the game. Looked like little Santa Claus down there running around tonight.
We haven't eaten yet. We're still waiting on some food up here, and they're still tending to Schmeising. And Schmeising is 6'6", 225 pounds.
Yeah, when he's laying on the field, you don't miss that. I tell you, he's a big one. And they're going to miss him because he plugs up a lot of holes up there.
I'd like to thank Van Dyne Crotty, Uniforms at Work at 434 North Main in Delphos, your local Ottawa oil shell stations throughout Northwest Ohio. And Arby's, we're saving a place for you at any one of the Lima or Bluffton restaurants. Got to change that. It says at any one. It's one word. At any of or any one of our.
Must be Tim typing them up back at the office.
Second down 10 from the 39. Out of the I formation. Jays want to run with Zach Weber. Weber trying to get to the outside. Now he'll cut it back, cut it again, and he'll go down after picking up about 5 or 6 tough yards.
Zener ran 30 to get 6, but I tell you what, he had some good. Even McCormick was out there blocking, going nuts out there. Had a bunch of Blue Jays in front of him, but he just couldn't find a hole.
That's one thing about Delphos St. John's football since we've been doing games here on Fox is you always see that quarterback leading some blocks, and they're not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Scotty McCormick's size, he could be a linebacker or on any football team. He's 6'2", about 220 pounds, 215. He's a big boy for a quarterback, but he moves well, runs the option excellent.
Third down 3, they pitch, leading the block again. There's Weber picking up the first down, going forward for a couple of more. And they'll move the football down to around the 46-yard line as our first quarter coming to an end. We're about a minute 32 away from the end of the first quarter, a long first quarter. And you're going to see that when you see the type of offense that Minster's going to run, a lot of pass plays, so that stops the clock a lot.
That time they pulled Scott Miller, who plays guard, and he led the way there and had an excellent block, sealed off the hole for Zach to get up there and get the first down.
46-yard line, Scott McCormick. And we've got some flags, probably a procedure call against the Jays.
It looks like they were going to break out the option, too, and that's going to be interesting to see how they covered it last week when they ran the option. They covered Zach the whole game, and McCormick had a lot of rushing yards last week. Coldwater just was more concerned with Zach Weber than anything else, and McCormick ran free with that option all night long.
Check out our player of the game when this one is over tonight on foxlima.com. And we've got them for most of the games this year. You can click on and check out who the player of the games.
You see Carl.
Players of the game were. A nice picture of you in there.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for your biography to get up there. 1st and 15, and I want to write it too.
I bet you do.
A little fullback trap that time. Adam Miller picks up about 5 yards, gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 42 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. 14-0 on the Lone Zone scoreboard. Jays on top of the Minster Wildcats. Could be the final play of this first quarter if it's a running play. Out of the I formation again, they've got a couple of receivers lined up on the right side. They're going to pass, and in trouble, McCormick. Now he goes long ball up for grabs and incomplete. A couple of receivers down there, but that one was just thrown up to see if somebody could catch it, and there's a little bit too much air underneath that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they brought everybody. They had 8 guys coming after him, and he did a good job of evading the rush and stepped up in the pocket and then basically just threw it away.
Your tough, smart attorneys, Dyer, Garofalo, Mann, and Schultz. In Lima, call 1-800-223-8897. St. Rita's Medical Center in Lima. Call a nurse at 226-9000 or 1-800-43-RITAS. Third down and 11 from the 47. Again, McCormick wants to throw. Looking downfield, has a receiver, and he catches it. And that's going to be close to a first down as John Odenweller catches it, stays in bounds, and time's going to run out in 7 seconds, but they're going to look at the sticks because they're not sure whether now they
Forward
say
Progress
yes.
I was going to say, Forward Progress should have the first down.
And now they'll move the sticks and then start the clock, and the Jays may just wait, and they will. First quarter is going to come to an end here from the Stadium Park in Delphos. The Delphos St. John Blue Jays on top of the Minster Wildcats, 14-0 in this regional quarterfinal high school football game. Second quarter action coming up next on Fox.
WOHL, Lima's Fox station, in cooperation with the Ohio High School Athletic Association, is proud to present tonight's playoff game. A promotional fee has been paid to the OHSAA for the broadcast rights of this game. Without the support of the following businesses, this game would not have been possible. Reliable Plumbing and Heating. Call Reliable Plumbing and Heating for 24-hour emergency service at 695-2921. Reliable for all your plumbing and heating needs. The Delphos Food Locker, now offering a variety of meats, cheeses, appetizers, and soups. A proud supporter of local high school sports. Stop by today. Busher Electric, located in Minster, wishes the best of luck to the Wildcats in tonight's game. Busher Electric, your local community supporter of area teams. I&K Distributing Company, producers of Yoder's Mashed Potatoes and Reno's Pizza. I&K wishes Delphos St. John and all student athletes the best this playoff season. The Dannon Company. They've been producing quality yogurt in the Minster area since 1968. Good luck to the Wildcats football team and the girls cross-country team in their bid for a state title. United Equity Incorporated in Delphos, Spencerville, and Kossuth, your locally owned farmers cooperative. Delphos Tent and Awning Incorporated. Congratulations to all the fine athletes from Delphos. Community First Bank and Trust is now offering 6.0 annual percentage yield CDs for 9 months with a minimum deposit of only $500. Limited time offer, which may be changed at any time. APY accurate as of announcement date for personal deposits of less than $100,000. Interest penalty for early withdrawal. WOHL Lima's Fox Station congratulates all student athletes playing in the 1999 football playoffs.
Hi, I'm Coach Bob Arnson here at the Lone Zone across from the Lima Mall. My friends Joe Recker, Amanda Mari, and Chuck Bowen are here to help you with all your financial needs. The Loan Zone offers competitive low rates on home equity loans, personal loans, and debt consolidations. When you need cash in a flash, take it from the coach. The Loan Zone is the place to go. Stop in today or call 331-7000.
Wouldn't it be cool if you could synchronize traffic to your every movement? If you could do away with all obstacles? Even make trains run on your schedule. It's like that at Shell, where our stations are designed so nothing slows you down. Shell, moving at the speed of life.
Welcome back. Second quarter action. 1st and 10, 35-yard line. Jay's on top, 14 zip. Zach Weber had the pitch left, then he decides to go back right, and he's in trouble. And he still, though, picks up about a yard. And about 5 Minster defenders back there ready to stomp all over him as Zach changed directions. So it's going to set up a 2nd down. Going to need about 9.
I noticed before the game when Zach comes up to me and to talk to me real quick, he had Walter Payton's number taped on his helmet. In tribute to Walter Payton.
Zach with 1,600 yards rushing this year on 178 carries, 23 touchdowns coming into the game, and he's already got another one here tonight.
And that's playing some of those games only a half.
Yep. 2nd down, 8 from the 33-yard line. Just underway here in this second quarter. They'll send Zach Weber in motion. Now they go down the middle to the receiver, Ryan Morris, and he just lumbers into the end zone. Touchdown, Delphos St. John's. Ryan Morris, the 6'4", 204-pound senior tight end.
That's the same play that you talked about earlier where he was wide open over the middle. They put Zach Weber in motion. The defense shifted to cover him on the outside, left the middle wide open. The free safety in the middle shift over for double coverage on the outside. Leaves the middle wide open down the middle.
And that's the 5th touchdown of the year for Morris. You better watch that play tomorrow when the Delphos Mohawks play your Walk-Walk Cherokees. Kirk Lozier, the head football coach of the Mohawks, he'll throw that in there every now and then. Extra point by Bittler is up, and it is good. So, Michael Bittler adds another extra point. That's his 3rd of the night. And Delphos St. John's in pretty good shape right now on top, 21 zip.
Well, it's something Minster didn't want to see. They came out, fired up, first series, shut Blue Jays down, but ever since then, Delphos has made some adjustments, and they've been on a roll. Just like that, 3 straight scores. But get back to that game tomorrow. I'm going to call my boys when I get home tonight and tell them about that play. And
well, I'm sure they've seen it before, you know.
Cherokees are going to just...
Well, this is revenge. You know, Grove, and, you know, it was a little revenge last night. Playing Bluffton didn't happen and everything. But Cherokees beat the Mohawks earlier this season. The only loss that they've suffered.
Suffered it bad, too, didn't they?
It was a couple of touchdowns, but... You know, those guys weigh on the Cherokees about 175 pounds on the line apiece. Our guys are playing in about 95. It wasn't for the technique and stuff they learned from the coaches.
You guys had some good water over here. You guys are growing bigger.
We will now, buddy.
That's right. Jerry said he's going to straighten that out.
The Blue Jays Kicking off now. Ball taken inside the 10-yard line, across the 20 to the 25, and then a couple of big sticks in there. And going down around the 25-yard line, it's going to be 1st and 10. Minster will bring the offense back out on the field.
You know what? Scotty McCormick has a hot hand right now for Delphos. He's only thrown 5 passes. He's hit on 3 of them for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Our thanks to the Delphos Food Locker. Hey, a bunch of great guys up there.
It's so good. Why are we starving tonight?
528 North Washington in Delphos. Well, we got to tell those guys, you know.
Yeah,
Dean and the gang up at the Food Locker to get some food up here.
They are good.
Reliable plumbing and heating, 205 West 2nd in Delphos. 1st and 10 from the 26. There's that shift on the right side. And the snap will go to Stuckey. Stuckey wants to run that way and pick up a couple of yards. Good defense there by the Jays. Jim Dickman, your Allstate insurance agent on Elida Road east of Delphos. And also Ron Clausing and the gang, I&K Distributing, 1600 Gressel Drive in Delphos. Wasn't for those guys, we wouldn't be sitting here on a beautiful, kind of balmy Saturday night, Scott. You got the gloves on, I noticed there.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? I don't have any gloves on. Kind of cold tonight?
I wasn't the guy shaking when it was 70 degrees last night. My mom was real concerned about you last night. Thought you was going to die of hyperthermia.
2nd down 7 from the 28. They'll go with the snap and then we'll reverse, and they eat that one up.
That's what I was talking about earlier in that single wing. You can run the counter off of that, and boy, Delphos snipped that out quickly. Ranley didn't have a shot, and you know what, to get that.
Keith Recker, the middle linebacker, the Mike linebacker in there. He's got 82 tackles, and he got another one there. Keith is 6'3", 222, sophomore.
And that just goes hand in hand with the whole Delphos football team. I mean, the size of this football team is amazing for a small school. I mean, and not just the size, but the strength and the speed they have. It's just unbelievable.
3rd down 11 from the 25. 10:24 remaining, and we've got flags, and let's see what the officials have to say here.
Looked like motion, Carl.
Well, these two teams hooked up in week 9, which was only a couple of weeks ago. St. John's won 59-16.
Yeah.
The Jays with 6 shutouts this year. They're looking for their 40th straight victory.
These seniors have never lost a football game.
What was the, yeah, that's true. What was the record? Versailles had it a couple of years ago, didn't they, where they had that
53
streak?
or 59, something like that is an odd number.
Now, was that consecutive games?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
3rd down 16 for the 20. Now they go again to Summer. Summer wants to throw, looking downfield, and it's knocked away. Nice defensive play by the Jays, and guess who? Randy Grotehouse doing the job one more time.
Yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job on coverage tonight. He's in the right place at the right time, reading the quarterback's eyes, which the quarterback's a freshman, so he's going to give away where he's throwing the ball early. He's going to focus on one player and one player only a lot of times, and you key in on those eyes and the way he moves and points towards his body, and you can get a good read off that.
When the ball game is over, we'll go down on the field and talk to our player of the game, sponsored by the Commercial Bank, one great bank with offices in Delphos, Elida, Gomer, and Lima. Commercial Bank, where you are always a winner. 4th down situation, going to have to punt it away. Jays will have Fisher and Hershey back there to field this one, and it's going to be Hershey who watches it go out of bounds. And so the Jays are going to have good field position again, already up 21-zip. And the mark is going to put him down around the 46-yard line of Minster.
Boy, that must have
went out of bounds early.
Yeah, it did. About 10 yards early.
Todd Schulte, the head football coach for the Delphos St. John Blue Jays, what a job he has done in his first year, and what a team to be able to take over in your first year.
Well, he is. You know, a lot of people say, well, Carl Metzger could coach this team to the state championship. Well, you probably could.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but I'm just trying to pay a compliment. But, you know, it's tough to follow in the footsteps of what Vic Whiting left, and he did a phenomenal job of staying in control of this football team.
Handoff, and pickup of maybe a yard or so. That's going to be about it. Handoff this time for Delphos St. John's went to number 27, Jordan Bowers, who they have used a lot this year, 5'10", 185-pound junior, as they're looking to the future, as well as Zach Weber. You know, Adam Miller is only a sophomore. McCormick, the veteran back there, the senior, but then Becker is just a junior. Got Morris and Odenweller, who are seniors. 2nd down 8 for the 44. McCormick hands off, and the pickup of about 2 more yards, going to set up a 3rd down.
And besides Zach's one lone run, the long one he had, they've contained him pretty well tonight. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. He hasn't had much yardage from tackle to tackle or on the corners on that power sweep. He busted one big one. That's all he's had.
Weber with 178 carries coming in. Bowers 43 for 380 yards, 4 touchdowns. Weber, Ian, 54 carries for 339 yards. Miller, 56 carries for 252 yards. Out of the I formation, play action. McCormick wants to throw, looking down the field. Oh, nice catch by Ryan Morris as he stretches out and hauls that pass in for the 1st down.
What's funny about that is Jim Dweener sitting there with his arms extended for Minster, waiting to pick that off. His eyes were as big as silver dollars, and all of a sudden they pulled it out of the air from him. Amazing catch.
Ryan Morris already has a touchdown in this football game. He came in with 17 catches and 4 touchdowns, and another nice one to add to his collection there.
It sure was.
They've got Odenweller split, as well as number 28, Travis Johnson, on that right side. Out of the I, they go with the first back through, and again, this is Bowers. He picks up a couple of more yards. With a 21-0 lead, you would expect sometimes to see the coaches start running a lot of running plays, but I tell you, never can be safe with playing another MAC team, and especially when you got a quarterback back there like Scott McCormick, who can make all sorts of things happen.
Well, this is the playoffs. It's not a regular season. You go and you go hard, and you run everything you got. This is just like practice. You got to get ready for the following week, and when you got a team down, you got to keep them down and put them away early.
2nd down, 7 from the 27-yard line. We're down to 7:40 remaining here in this first half. McCormick. And again to Bowers. Bowers has a hole this time. He busts down the middle, and he will go down inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the Jays.
Great hole up the middle. Great job by Phil Gunter and his group on the front line. Those big boys are just plugging big holes up the middle, and he was off the race. I thought he had a shot to score, but he's brought down about the 1-yard line.
About a 25-yard pickup there by Jordan Bowers.
How'd you like to have a center that's 6'5", 250 pounds? Wow.
And a veteran. He's been around. Phil Gunder, number 51, leading the way for the Jays at that center position. 1st and goal from the 2. Weber, touchdown. Delphos St. John's had another one to the scoreboard. Delphos St. John's now up 27-0 as the beat goes on.
Yep. That's about all you can say. Tell you what, it's not getting pretty for the Minster side.
Zach Weber with already 100 yards, over 100 yards rushing here in this football game.
What are you gonna do? Read the paper?
I've always got 9 or 10 papers in front of me. I like to look up interesting things from other newspapers, you know.
Nobody.
Weber has 9 carries for 100 yards. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, I'm sorry, he had 8 carries for 208 yards and 4 touchdowns. So he has a pretty good average going into this year.
Extra point again now by Michael Bittler. Going for his 4th consecutive extra point. Kick is up, and he does it again. You know, that's not as easy as it looks.
No, it's not.
We were practicing some of those in the backyard today, trying to kick them over the top of the trees. You know?
Also, actually, you think you're going to win the game on a field goal. That's what you're thinking.
Huh? What do you mean?
We saw it last night how important field goals and extra points are. You know, Bluffton actually had a shot to win that game on a field goal, had the distance, just went wide right with about 2 minutes, 4 seconds left in the football game.
We'll have to see what happens. Big game tomorrow at 3. This Blue Jay defense now shutting out Minster 28-0. They've yielded 136.9 yards per contest, 59 yards rushing, and just 4.4 points per ball game. And they're doing it again here tonight. Got some apple pie down there, I understand. You know, the only problem is they set pie in front of Rick Miller from WDOH, and we will never see any of that pie.
Yeah. Yeah, because we better get it now, because Rick Miller will eat it all. Yeah. I got my bodyguard here now. He's going to give me the hat for the, if they get to the state finals. I got my hat all ready to go.
Oh, boy, that's a little shanker there.
And Delphos, ooh.
And it goes out of bounds.
There was nobody close from Minster. If that stays in bounds, Delphos has the ball again. It's the last thing Minster needs to happen to them.
7 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in this first half. Delphos St. John's looking to move on to the next round of the playoffs, and we've been telling you about how that whole thing works. And Delphos St. John's, in their particular region, which is Region 24, if they would win, would take on the winner of the game being played tonight between Springfield Catholic Central, 8-2, against Hardin Northern. For the BVC, they are 9-1. In that region, you also have Mechanicsburg, Cincinnati Country Day, and Sonia and Covington. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, the Minster Wildcats. This is Summer looking to throw. He's in trouble, and he gets hit and hit hard. This time coming in to finish things off was number 50 for the Blue Jays, and that is Sean Ardner.
Yep, he's their senior linebacker, and he came in on a delayed blitz and just leveled Sumner.
Summer is 6'2", 185 pounds, and he is just a freshman.
Just a baby.
He's learning.
Yes, he is. But I tell you what, you see Coach Beckman's son had an absolute fantastic game last night. He's a freshman. You got some good young freshman talent coming up in this MAC division.
He's an exceptional freshman.
He is.
2nd down, 18 for the 27, incomplete.
Tell you what, 6'4", 190 pounds as a freshman. Just think how much that grocery bill is in the Beckman household.
Yep.
Tim's no small boy himself.
I was going to say, even with Tim around, it's a pretty big grocery bill.
Yes, sir.
I didn't mean that.
I hope he drops you.
Didn't mean that. Only grocery bill we'll ever talk about is Ken Schreiner's over there at Ottawa Glandorf.
No. Jeez, I'm glad he's not here tonight.
I hope we see Ken next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to get Ken out sometime. 3rd down and 18 from the 27-yard line. 6:25 remaining in this first half, and we've got an offsides penalty.
Yeah, number 24 for Minster.
Andy,
he jumped a little early. He was in the slot position out here on the right side. Took off a little early.
Might have been thrown to Andy. What do you think?
I think so. I think Andy was a little excited about getting the football.
And so that's going to move him back. It's going to set up a 3rd down and Landeck, as we say.
They're doing a lot more throwing tonight than we saw the first time when they played Parkway. They were pretty much a run-dominated offense. And
that offense looked really good when they first started against Parkway, and Parkway adjusted their defense a little bit, shut down Minster the rest of the ball game. Parkway went on to win that game. I tell you, Parkway played a great game last night.
Well, they had to.
Our player of the game, their quarterback, had an exceptional night.
Mr. Temple?
Yep, Troy Temple. 3rd and 23 from the 22. Long ball again up for grabs, and it is almost picked off again by Randy Grodehouse. Randy's having some fun back here tonight.
Yes, he is. Tim Warnick had a shot at that football, but Grodehouse was there to strip it away because Warnick was there to make the catch, had his hands actually on the football. But Grodehouse, once again, Johnny on the spot, able to strip the ball from Warnick and make a good defensive play.
So it sets up another 4th down. Minster's going to have to punt it away. 6:16 remaining. First half.
Hershey and Fisher will be back deep again for, I believe, their Minster's 4th straight punt in a row now.
Warnick gets a foot into it, and coming up hard as Fisher catches it, continues on. He's not done yet. He's going to go all the way. It's going to be another touchdown for Delphos St. John's. There's Minster players laying all over the field, as again it was Jeff Fisher, the 5'11", 175-pound senior, who just found himself some holes, and some guys missed some tackles, and he makes it 34-zip.
Wow, and what was ironic about that, went 53 yards for the punt return, because I think he thought he waved his arms for a fair catch because he kind of stopped for a minute, and everybody kind of relaxed, and he took off again. Jeff Fisher with the big return. I believe he had one against St. Henry as well. He ran back for a touchdown.
So Bittler comes back in to try again for the extra point. It'll be 5 in a row if he can hit this one, and he will. 35-zip, Delphos St. John's on top, and we've got a lot of time left in this high school football game. We have a lot of time left in this first half. 6 minutes and 1 second remaining. Let's look at last year, 1998 final standings from the different conferences around the area, and it was a carbon copy for the Jays as they finished up 10-0 last year, 7-0 in the Midwest Athletic Conference. Now, what is going to be interesting, Scott, is that in a couple of years from now, we're going to see Versailles added to the Midwest Athletic Conference. And you already look at teams like Coldwater and St. Henry and Minster and Marion Local and New Bremen and and Parkway and Fort Recovery. You know, those are teams this year that played out of their conference, and a lot of those teams started out 3-0, 2-0 on the season until they got into the MAC conference, and a couple of them started beating on each other a little bit. But you are going to, again, see another team jump in there, and it's going to be more bad news for the teams from the area.
Versailles had 3 losses this year. Guess who they were against?
Yep, all MAC teams.
All MAC teams.
You know, you look at the in the Midwest Athletic Conference, Fort Recovery finished at the bottom. They won 3 games, though. New Bremen 4-6, but from that point on, everybody had a winning record. So 2 out of the total number of teams in the MAC all playing real well.
Well, New Bremen and Minster, actually, their season came down to the last week. The winner of that football game got into the playoffs, and Minster won the football game over New Bremen 28-24. And I know how frustrated it is for Howard Overman because they expanded the playoffs this year. He felt like he had an excellent shot at getting in, and he just missed. He's an excellent football coach.
Last year, Bluffton and Columbus Grove finished tied for the Northwest Conference Championship. This year, they do it again, but they throw Delphos Jefferson in there as well. Tell you, we've got a lot of good football teams from around this area, no matter what division you look at.
Yep, we got a lot of teams to cover, and that's what makes it exciting and fun for us.
Well, let's try this again. St. John's kicking off. And this ball is going to be taken at the 15, across the 20 to the 25. And Stuckey will go down around the 33-yard line. They'll bring the offense out. They'll try again to put some points up on this board, already down by 35.
That time, Keith Recker kicked off for the Blue Jays. Mark's foot must be getting tired already, huh?
Well, we'll see some guys in the second half getting a chance to get into these quarterfinals.
Yep. I believe Delphos dressed 82 gentlemen for this evening, young man.
Yep.
At the freshman out there?
Yeah. Yep. I tell you, it's just about everybody. If you're a boy in the program in school at St. John's, playing football now. First down and 10 from the 34-yard line for the Minster Wildcats. Summer wants to throw, looking downfield, incomplete. And that's good. You know, you get as many guys. Look at all these guys standing on this sideline. Minster's got some great representation as well, but
and what's neat about it, Carl, is they take them, you know, last year they'd all dress for the state finals and everything. What a neat experience for those freshmen last year, now sophomores, and maybe this young freshman team as well will get a chance to go to the finals this year, as everybody predicts they will.
And I'll tell you one thing, nothing against the schools that do it, but when you keep the players and don't cut everybody, because when they're 7th graders, all of a sudden you think that they're not big enough to play or fast enough or whatever. You know, don't need them on your team because at that level they're not ready yet. The teams that are keeping those guys and creating some interest for them, they get up in high school, start to grow a little bit, start to get a little bit more interested in it, and they stay aboard, and that's why you have so many players on the sideline.
Well, to give you an example, I've worked Barry Sanders' football camp a couple times. I played with his brother in college, and Barry was not getting recruited very heavily at all, and last minute Oklahoma State offered him a scholarship. He's only about 5'7", 5'8", was not very big, and he ended up winning the Heisman Trophy, and then he's had a pretty good pro career.
A little bit. Well, same for basketball, same for baseball. That's how you keep your programs going. Yep. I know it's tough to get a gym when you got 40 guys going out for basketball. It's tough to practice, but there are ways around those things.
Yep.
Doesn't mean you have to bring them all to the games. Doesn't mean you have to practice them at the first team all the time. But there's
just
ways
make them
to
feel part of a team. That's all they want.
Keep the interest. Story of Scott's high school and junior high career.
I just wanted to be a part of the team.
Well, that's when you talk about that, you think about it. If you got as many guys as the Jays have standing on the sidelines, and the freshmen obviously aren't going to play, but some of the junior varsity guys, you let them go out. If you got a receiver, you let him run a pass pattern, and one of the series.
Well, I'm sure you got a couple seniors that aren't playing.
In football, you can hide a couple of guys,
But when you get that big ring, that makes it all worthwhile.
The thing that's even strange about the whole situation, some of these guys that aren't starters could be starting for a lot of the teams in the area.
You're right.
On any of these teams.
They sure could.
There's a pass play, going to be incomplete on a 3rd down and 6, but it's going to come up. He caught the football, brought it in, but it's going to be short of the first down, I should say. Going to be about, it's like about 4 to 5 yards short. So Minster going to bring the punt crew back in, and the Jays going to see what they can do. And they've got Fisher standing back there again with Hershey. And, when you kick the football, sometimes you like to stay away from one of the guys. In this case, you want to stay away from both of them.
You basically just want to shank it and kick it out of bounds and go from there.
Kick it to your mom up in the stands.
Yep. My mom's a good fair catcher, too. I tell you what, she can catch the football.
Kick from the 30.
That's what he did. That's what he did. He said, heck with this. I'm going to kick it to the cheerleaders.
Kick it to Ron Coons down there, the camera. We know Ron's not going to catch it. And so the Jays will bring their offense back out. 1st and 10 with 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first half.
35 zip, 4:28 left. About what a lot of people are predicting. But Whit Parks is a good football coach, and he realizes he had a young team, and he wanted this game for the experience for the young guys. It's an extra game they can get underneath their belt.
Out of the I formation, this is McCormick pitching it back, and there goes Zach Weber. He cuts back and keeps on going, goes down to the 45-yard line. We've got a flag, though. I think they're going to bring this one back. Possible clip, looks like, down there, Scott.
It was either that or a hold call, because I saw one guy's shoulders all of a sudden turn. It looked like they had a hold of his arm, and that's what it is, a hold.
So we'll bring this one back. And the hold occurred about
it's after the first down mark, so it's a spot foul, so it'll probably be about 1st and 15.
Next Friday night, we've got the regional semis, Division 2, 3, and 5. Saturday is going to be 1, 4, and 6. The 19th, regional finals, 2, 3, and 5. 20th, Division 1, 4, and 6. State semis, Division 2, 3, and 5 on the 26th, 27th, the other divisions. Then on December 3rd, state finals, Division 5 in Canton, Division 3 in Massillon, Division 2 in Canton. December 4th, Saturday, state finals, Division 6 Canton, Division 4 Massillon, and Division 1 in Canton. And for the St. John Blue Jay fans, they can make it all the way. They'll be watching the ball game in Canton. Is that where we were last year?
Yeah, I have to remind you every week. I heard you last night saying I didn't know.
Zach Weber falls down, or he might have got a few more yards that time as he picks up about 6 or 7.
One for Tony Donauer. He was gone, number 69. He actually was blocked and was laying on the ground. He stuck his arm out and tripped Zach up because Zach had a load of blockers in front of him, and he was going to be gone again.
The state tournament soccer coming up, Scott. November 10th. What is the date today? What is the date?
6th, right?
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, Monday's the 8th, isn't it?
Yeah.
2nd down and 6. And they go with the handoff. And this time, bowling his way forward again, I believe, is Bowers. And he picks up the 1st down.
They ran the read option there. What McCormick does, reads the tackle. If the tackle steps across, they'll give it to the fullback. And that's what they did there. The tackle actually angled out. And they gave it to Jordan Bowers, and Bowers got a good chunk of yardage for a 1st down.
Yeah, the soccer, November 10th, state semis.
Where they play that at?
Crew Stadium. November 12th and 13th, the finals at Columbus's Crew Stadium.
That'd be neat.
1st down and 10 from the 42-yard line. This time the pitch to Weber. Weber right up the gut. Picks up close to a 1st down. He's right at the stick. Volleyball, state semis, November the 11th at Wright State, Division 3, 12th, semis, Wright State Division 2, 1, and 4. And on the 13th, finals at Wright State. So we've got everything culminating here, Scott.
Hopefully we'll be able to cover a couple games of state finals for football this year. Got a good possibilities in Division 5 and Division 6. And Bass still in there.
Lima Senior.
Yep, Lima Senior, never know.
Going to measure this one, what do you think?
We could be bouncing back and forth all day.
What do you think?
Oh, he's got it.
He's got it, you say? Okay. They stretch, and he has got it. Now we're right at the 50-yard line. Don Heisman couldn't have given us better seats.
No, and I'm at the 50. You're about the 45.
I'm at the 48.
I guess so.
You're at your 48. I'm on the other side of it.
I'm at the 50.
I'm at the J. You're on the Minster 48. Now, if there's somebody sitting in between us, they'd be at the 50 because we're not sitting very close. My
seat here.
My rule is always sit 5 yards away at least from Scott.
Get my hands going.
1st and 10 from the 48. Handoff, Zach Weber up the gut again, and he cuts it back. One more cut. He goes down at around the 20-yard line, and another 1st down for Delphos St. John's as
Zach fell on the football there. Probably knocked a little bit of the wind out. He's slow getting up.
Zach, not the biggest guy in the world, 5'7", 145 pounds, dripping wet, and he is just a junior.
But I'll tell you what, I don't think the bottom of his shoes ever get dirty because those feet hit the ground and they're up just like that. Those feet go 90 miles an hour.
So it's first and 10 as Zach gets up and gets off the field, gets a nice round of applause from the Blue Jay side. Time ticking away, 2:10 remaining here in this first half. First and 10 from the 18. I formation again. McCormick wants to pitch. He does. Jordan Bowers. And Jordan will bowl his way forward, not get a whole bunch, but he doesn't want to go down.
There's only 2 guys of Minster standing. They had 9 guys on that pile. And look at all the white jerseys coming up now.
Jordan, a tough guy.
Yes, he is. He's more of a straight up and down runner. Zach's more of a leverage, lows to the ground.
5'10", 185 pounds. As I mentioned, just a junior.
Definitely compact. He'll give you a blow when he delivers a blow with the football.
Our thanks to our good friends at Central Soya Company at 234 South Jefferson in Delphos. Jim Dickman, your Allstate insurance agent on Elida Road east of Delphos. And Quick Change Oil and Lube at 111 Westwood Drive in Van Wert. Some of our great sponsors here tonight on Fox. They fake the pitch, and they go with the handoff to the fullback. And Adam Miller bowls his way forward, picks up a couple more yards. As we are approaching the 1-minute mark here in this second quarter. You know, really, it hasn't been that slow of a first half. Although you got to remember, this game did start early tonight.
We're an hour into the game already.
Yep. Usually it takes about an hour on the average for most of the games that we do. Some of them seem longer than that. Some seem shorter than that. Play action. Quarterback McCormick into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Jays. Odenweller adds another one.
He ran what you call a post corner. You fake the post, and you get the defensive back to bite on that, and you pop it back out to the corner of the end zone. And Odenweller ran that to perfection, and the Minster guy fell down, wasn't able to regroup and get back on defensive coverage, and McCormick just did a nice job of lofting it up there, not trying to put any zip on it, let him stand there in the end zone and catch the football. Excellent route by Odenweller.
41-0 is our score with 31 seconds remaining here in this first half. Bittler is going to try to put another one on the board. High snap, kick is up, and he drills it again.
Good job by Jeff Fisher getting that snap down.
Well, Delphos St. John's on top, 42-0 on the Lone Zone scoreboard. And the Minster Wildcats going to get one more shot here before this first half comes to an end. The guys at the Stadium Park, some of the guys work for the Delphos Recreation Department, doing a great job. Old Jake out here getting this field in shape for, you know, this is tough because you got to remember Delphos Jefferson played here last night, and Jake had to come out with the rest of his crew. You see Cat still down there in the end zone, and you got Jays on the other end. Makes it kind of easy, just put them both up down there, and this is a weekend where the football field got torn up a little bit because you got a couple of running teams, and he did a nice job putting it together.
And then you got all 9 of your kids playing tomorrow in the football game, and your daughter's cheering. So there's 10 kids you have on the field tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate renamed it
exaggerating.
Metzger Park. Yeah, you got, 3 boys playing on the team tomorrow, and your daughter's going to be cheerleading.
Looking for their 3rd championship in 4 years.
Won't happen. Sorry about it. I told you. Was it Matt? Who was that?
Adam.
Adam?
Yeah.
I told Adam, and I said, well, you know.
He said, go away.
Yeah.
Knocked around and finally covered by the Minster Wildcats. And then they got to play this game out here Sunday. That's good. These football fields get a lot of use, and you see a lot of communities will not allow that kind of stuff. You know, they let their high school team play on it, and that's about it.
Yeah. For example, St. Mary's. I talked to a couple of coaches over at St. Mary's about that, and their feeling is that you need to earn your way on that varsity field. Even their JV program does not play on that varsity football field. That field sees 5 games a year.
Well, that's a legacy of Skip Bachman right there.
Exactly.
Skip wouldn't let you drink water.
Nope. Ask Tom Hunter.
Got to be tough.
Hunter, what are you doing drinking water? I was thirsty.
1st and 10, takes a knee down. This quarter is going to come to an end. 20 more ticks. And we will tell you the first half comes to an end. The Delphos St. John Blue Jays on top of the Minster Wildcats by the score of 42-0. And for legal requirements, we'll stay here for 5 more seconds.
We paid our fee. We got to do it.
Okay, we're gone. We will come back with our halftime show and much more after these very important words on Fox.
Tonight's the night I'm going to pop the question.
So did you get the ring yet?
No.
I wanted to get her something that says, I'm really in this for the long haul. It's a train. What? I'm making a commitment here.
Trust your home to a full-service trained professional like Canadian Sons Plumbing and Heating Kaleida. They have the experience you want and the service you expect. And remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Wouldn't it be cool if you could synchronize traffic to your every movement? If you could do away with all obstacles? Even make trains run on your schedule. It's like that at Shell, where our stations are designed so nothing slows you down. Shell, moving at the speed of life.
Basketball is all about teamwork and reaching goals as a team. This kind of teamwork is demonstrated by the faculty and staff at Wright State University Lake Campus. As a student, I know that their mission is to help us learn and grow to attain our goals. That's why the Lake Campus offers a variety of 2-year programs, a 4-year degree in teacher education, and a proposed new 2+2 bachelor's degree in organizational leadership. The Lake Campus team can work for you. Call or visit us today.
They had what we needed and what we wanted at Tom Hall.
Tom Hall Hyundai, compared to the other dealerships, there's no comparison. He's #1 in my book, and I'm sure he's #1 here in Lima.
Those were your neighbors that were at Tom Hall, and so therefore you felt comfortable there.
At Tom Hall Chrysler Plymouth Dodge, I've always experienced greater service than anywhere else I've ever been.
I felt very comfortable with the people there and the fact that it's a strong Lima dealership.
Back, we're at the half. The Delphos St. John Blue Jays on top of the Minster Wildcats, 42-0. Halftime show being brought to you by our good friends at Van Dyne Crotty of Delphos. Van Dyne Crotty, uniforms that work. Well, Scott, it has been all Delphos St. John's here in the first half.
Yes, it has, Carl. They came out actually on the first drive and was stuffed, I believe, 3 plays in a row. Minster did a fabulous job of putting pressure on McCormick and the corners and not enabling Zach Weber to get outside, kept him from tackle to tackle, and they had to punt, but that's the only punt we've had from the Delphos side in that football game. And then next thing you know, next 6 possessions, they reeled off scores.
Okay, we're going to take a timeout for 30 seconds. When we come back, Scott will share some first half numbers with you right after this.
We're proud to be ranked #1 in the uniform industry. But more importantly, we've been voted #1 for 2 years right here in West Central Ohio. Let our dedicated staff make your business look like a winner with our smart and professional uniforms. Your business will look like a winner with professional uniforms delivered right to your door. Our customized entry mats will make a great first impression with all your customers. Keep your employees and your business looking sharp with Van Dyne Crotty.
Welcome back. We've got the Minster Wildcat High School Marching Band out on the field as we're enjoying our halftime festivities as St. John's on top. Thanks. Appreciate that. Ready to eat some apple pie here in a second. St. John's on top by 42. Scott, how about some first half numbers?
Carl, we don't have those yet. They're still calculating those, but I can go over the keys real quick.
Okay, why don't you review the keys for us?
Okay, first one was ball control. We felt Minster had to control the football to keep Delphos' offense off the field, and that they have not been able to do that. Now, field position. Delphos has had excellent field position. That is because of the turnovers from Delphos, or for Minster, I'm sorry. And the third key was turnovers, and the turnovers, I believe Minster has had 3 interceptions in the first half, and those have all been capitalized by Delphos into scores. And that's why you have the 42-0 score at half.
I'm sorry, Scott, were you talking?
No, I wasn't.
I was eating some of Red Newmeyer's pie up here. Tammy made this.
Yeah, well, Red, I'll tell you what, it looks awful darn good. How's it taste since you're already eating yours, you're on mine already?
It's pretty good stuff. Tammy makes some good pie. Well, those are the review of the halftime, or the keys of the game. We're going to have to take time out because the computer's down here up in the press box. We'll have to share those first half numbers with you at the beginning of the third quarter, and we will do that as we tell you the halftime show has been brought to you by our good friends at Van Dyne Prouty of Delphos. Uniforms that work. Going to take this time out. We'll come back with third quarter action after these very important words on Fox.
WOHL, Lima's Fox station, in cooperation with the Ohio High School Athletic Association, is proud to present tonight's playoff game. A promotional fee has been paid to the OHSAA for the broadcast rights of this game. Without the support of the following businesses, this game would not have been possible. Reliable Plumbing and Heating. Call Reliable Plumbing and Heating for 24-hour emergency service at 695-2921. Reliable for all your plumbing and heating needs. The Delphos Food Locker, now offering a variety of meats, cheeses, appetizers, and soups. A proud supporter of local high school sports. Stop by today. Busher Electric, located in Minster, wishes the best of luck to the Wildcats in tonight's game. Busher Electric, your local community supporter of area teams. I&K Distributing Company, producers of Yoder's Mashed Potatoes and Reno's Pizza. I&K wishes Delphos St. John and all student athletes the best this playoff season. The Dannon Company. They've been producing quality yogurt in the Minster area since 1968. Good luck to the Wildcats football team and the girls cross-country team in their bid for a state title. United Equity Incorporated in Delphos, Spencerville, and Kossuth, your locally owned farmers cooperative. Delphos Tent and Awning Incorporated. Congratulations to all the fine athletes from Delphos. Community First Bank and Trust is now offering 6.0 annual percentage yield CDs for 9 months with a minimum deposit of only $500. Limited time offer, which may be changed at any time. APY accurate as of announcement date for personal deposits of less than $100,000. Interest penalty for early withdrawal. WOHL Lima's Fox station congratulates all student athletes playing in the 1999 football playoffs.
The gym was like a second home to me. So when I hurt my shoulder and I couldn't do the things I love to do, I knew I needed help. After surgery at St. Rita's and time in the hospital's therapy pool, my shoulder's stronger than ever. Thanks to St. Rita's, I'm back in the gym doing what I love to do, with the people I care about most.
For more about St. Rita's Sports Medicine Program, call us. That's why they're St. Rita's.
What's for dinner? You're not falling back on fast food again, are you? Quit feeling guilty about not having a home-cooked family meal because we have the greatest idea for you. Yoder's Home-Style Family of Foods. Yoder's mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, and cranberry relish go great with any entree. You can reheat them in the oven or microwave and serve in 5 minutes. No peeling, no cleaning, and no fuss. Yoder's Home-Style Family of Foods. You can find them in the meat, deli, or dairy department at your local grocer.
Hello and hi again, everybody. John Zerby here in the WOHL studios, getting ready for the Fox Sports Lima High School Football Scoreboard, brought to you by American and Heating Air Conditioning, an energy partner of AEP.
To the scoreboard we go in Division 1 action. Upper Arlington shuts out Lima Senior 41-0. In Division 3, Bass slips by Napoleon 24-21. Division 4, Coldwater routs Otsego 34-0. In Division 5, Columbus Grove defeats Bluffton 21-14. Smithville downs Delphos Jefferson 21-7. Parkway spanks Waynesville 27-2. St. Henry rolls over Versailles 34-21. In Division 6, Pandora Gilboa annihilates Ayersville 42-21. And Marion Local advances by defeating Macomb 41-20. This Fox High School football scoreboard has been brought to you by American Heating and Air Conditioning, an energy partner of AEP.
Welcome back to the Stadium Park here in Delphos. We're at the half, getting ready for quarter number 3. And heard a couple scores up here, halftime scores. Marion Local and Coldwater, a couple more MAC teams doing very well, shutting their opponents out tonight.
Yep, pitching shutouts.
And right now we're going to check out the final computer ratings. Sorry, Scott, got to do that for final time this year. Brought to you by our good friends at Lima Memorial Health System, serving the community for over 100 years. And again, As we throw those numbers up, here's how the computer ratings did finish up. In Division 1, Lima Senior finished number 6, Findlay number 4. Division 2, no local teams. Division 3, Region 10, Bath number 3. Ottawa Glandor finished 10th. Had to be in the top 8 to make the playoffs. Division 4, Region 14, Coldwater number 4. And Kenton finished number 6. Division 5, Region 18, Grove number 3, Liberty Center 2, Jefferson 4, Bluffton at number 6. Division 6, Region 20, Versailles number 4, St. Henry number 5. Also, Rockford Parkway finishes at number 8. And in Region 22, the Rockets number 2, Marion Local number 3, Antwerp number 5, Macomb 6, Ayersville number 7, Arlington number 9. Region 24, St. John's the number 1 team in the region, Hardin Northern number 4, Minster number 8, and New Bremen finished in the top 10 at number 10. They finished with a record of 4-6, but almost made the playoffs. And we talked about that before. If they'd have beaten Minster, New Bremen would have been in instead of the Minster Wildcats. The computer points, the ratings brought to you by Lima Memorial Health System, serving the community for over 100 years. And Scott's got some first half numbers for us.
Yeah, quick stats here. Story of the game, Minster minus 9 yards rushing going into halftime. Quarterback Summer 7 for 19, 24 yards only. Pass for only 24 yards, and also has 2 picks. Bowers 5 carries, 42 yards for Delphos. Weber, the Zahner, has 13 carries, 154 yards, 2 TDs. McCormick 5 for 7, 130 yards through the air, 3 touchdowns. Odenweller 3 catches for 83 yards. He has 2 of those 3 TDs by McCormick. And Morris has the other touchdown catch, and he has 2 catches for 47 yards. I'd like to thank Mr. Brinkman for giving us this fine stats, and Tom Usher from the Lima News.
He always does a great job.
Yes, he does.
I'd like to thank Tammy and Red Newmeyer. Had some peach. They said it was apple pie.
Yeah, he tricked me. I tell you what, I took a big bite because I love apple pie. And I looked around Red and said, Red, this peach. He goes, oh, I got the wrong pie.
He argued with us.
Yeah,
That's apple.
Yeah.
I know a peach from an apple. I'm not that stupid.
Yeah,
but it was delicious peach pie, too. I'd like to thank Craig and Sandy from the Carriage Inn. We didn't get any food directly to us, but we saw Craig, and Craig said he didn't know we were going to be here. So
is that what he said?
So we ate Rick Miller's from WDOH, and it was good. And it tasted even better because it was Rick's.
Also, Minster won the cross-country state championship today.
Congratulations to the Wildcats. Jays take the kickoff. Going to run it to the 35 and down at the 35-yard line, returning it that time for the Delphos St. John Blue Jays.
I'm sure Rick Miller's sidekick Mike Maggs will be covering that tonight on 107.1.
Right. Jeff Klaus, number 86, 6'3", 175. Senior returns that one for the Jays, and they're going to set up their offense 1st and 10. WDOH Radio will have the Midget League, Tri-County Midget League Championship game on tomorrow.
Boy, a lot of people are going to hear that defeat.
I don't think so. 1st and 10, 36-yard line, and we will see the Jays with a 42-0 lead take over the football and grind some out here to start out this 3rd quarter. Nice night for high school football. A little bit nippy, and you can expect that for the first weekend here in November. And we've been, talk about fortunate all season long. Every weekend we've done a game on Fox. And we had 1 or 2 where it was kind of cold outside. But, you know, usually we get some of those monsoon nights or something usually happens.
Which we had when you weren't there.
I'm sorry, I missed it. Was that the Pandora game?
That's the St. Henry.
St. Henry game,
yeah.
That's right. Zach Weber trying to get to the outside, and if he scoots, he could go all the way. Zach Weber got 1 man to beat, and he will. Touchdown, Blue Jays from 60 yards out.
You know, that's the problem I was talking about. They brought everybody. He broke the first wave, and there's nobody there because the defensive back's on the far hash because they play side. They brought the backer, they brought the corner, and there's nobody there to recover. And it's just a foot race, and you're not going to beat him in a foot race.
And the score now 48-0 in favor of Delphos St. John's. When these 2 teams got together the first time, it was 59-16.
We could top that tonight.
Well, that was the first play from scrimmage, or second play. I lost one there. Sorry.
That's right. Remember, we're going to Maslin.
That's right. Kick is up, and another one goes through the uprights. And so the score now 49-0. Delphos St. John's on top. showing why they are the #1 team in the state of Ohio.
And that might have been that last series for that offensive unit, I would think. You don't want to risk injury being up 49-0, but yet you want to stay crisp. But I would say these guys are hitting everything in stride right now. And don't be surprised if we see a new group of individuals coming out soon.
Well, we probably could have, if we look around the stands here tonight, probably going to see some scouts here from either Hardin Northern or Springfield Catholic Central. Haven't noticed any coach yet, but I'm sure they're here somewhere. Saw some Springfield. Okay, so check it out. And, of course, that game being played tonight. We heard some of the other halftime scores from the MAC schools. Marion Local was shutting out Macomb, and Coldwater was shutting out their opponent 20-0, and that was Otsego.
With that carry, Zach, the Zener has 14 carries, 214 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
And John's kicking off. Martz gets the foot into it. It's a line drive taken at the 5-yard line. Across the 10 to the 15. This is Stuckey.
Oh, what a play. Wow.
Got him by the leg, down by the foot.
That was number 66 for the Blue Jays, Chad Martin, with an excellent special teams play. Good hustle.
So the Minster Wildcats will bring their offense back out on the field. Trailing 49-0, just underway. About 57 seconds off the clock.
2 weeks ago, Weber had 8 carries for 208 yards and 4 touchdowns, so he's right about on his average.
I tell you, he better be taking this offensive line out for a lot of steak dinners.
You betcha.
And that one's going to be caught by Jim Dwanger, who was banged up in the first half. He's caught 25 balls this year, as I mentioned, in the first half, for over 300 yards. And he's hanging in there, 6'1", 190 pounds, and he is a senior. They're going to lose off this starting lineup. Dwanger and Stricker. Stricker's a good one, Doug Stricker. Kitzmiller, Dirksen, and Warnick. Tight ends, split ends, and the offensive line. And also you're going to see Scott Ranley going to be graduating after this year as well from the offense. Out of the shotgun, Summer wants to throw, and that one's up for grabs, and it is almost caught.
Dwanger had his hands on it.
As he goes down on his back. And Fox is supposed to be kicking off the high school football or basketball season on Friday, December the 3rd, and we're supposed to have New Knoxville at New Bremen Saturday, December 4th. It's supposed to be the Minster Wildcats at Spencerville, and you know, the football playoffs, the state championship games are that week as well, so possibility we could be in Massillon or Canton, depending on when we get in the Fox buggy. And
that's covering your bobo right there, buddy.
3rd down and 12. Summers got the football, looking downfield, goes short this time. It's going to be caught and short of the first down by about 5 or 6 yards.
That was a good play by Minster. They actually ran a clear out. They ran the receiver to the left. He ran a fly pattern, number 18, that's Scott Ranley, and then they ran the back behind him for a little trail play to kind of a clear out. And he stumbled a little bit, just wasn't able to pick up the first down, but it was a good execution on that play.
Hershey and Fisher back to take the punt around their own 40-yard line. And punting for the Minster Wildcats, Tim Warnick, number 89. Fisher already has a punt return for a touchdown here tonight. Kick is up, almost blocked, and Fisher takes it again. And he takes off, cuts back, keeps going, goes down. You know, I tell you, he takes a lot of those on line drives.
He does.
Good guys barreling down at him.
Great hands. I tell you what, I actually think the punter was trying to kick it out of bounds, but he kicked it. They were on this hash, and they kicked it to the far side of the field, and he just didn't have enough leg on it.
I'd like to thank our good friends from the Citizens Bank of Delphos at 114 East 3rd Street. The Dannon Company, 216 Southgate Drive in Minster, and Busher Electric as well in Minster. Some of our great sponsors making it possible that we are here on this Saturday night for the quarterfinals in Division 6, Region 24, high school football. Pitch back to Weber. Weber trying to get to the outside and comes back up and helmet to helmet. Look at him go! He breaks 3 or 4 tackles, and he's going to go all the way for another touchdown after he should have been brought down at least 3 times.
Don't even ask me to describe that play. That is amazing.
That's a 57-yard touchdown run for Zach Weber to add to an amazing night already.
That puts it at 15 carries for 261 yards.
Wow.
It's easy to calculate.
I know you graduated from Walpock, but you could figure that one out, couldn't you?
That's right. They hired you, didn't they?
Get back at my buddies from Walpock, Keith Horner and Bob Askins,
who couldn't be with us tonight.
To help out the game.
Some kind of family responsibilities.
Extra point is good, and the St. John Blue Jays are winning this football game 56-0. And we still have 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. And Scott mentioned it before. We're going to see some of the younger guys coming in here pretty soon to play for the Jays.
After the game, we're presenting a nice T-shirt, huh? No plaque.
Do we have a T-shirt tonight, Cappies?
I took it.
You took it?
It's mine.
Oh, sure.
Scott Brinkman took it. So when I name a lineman tonight,
you got to give Coonsy a shirt or something. Cameraman of the game.
Yeah.
Ron Coons. Ron's celebrating a birthday tonight, I think.
Is he?
I think.
62 yet? Did he get his Buckeye card? Boy, Carol, I tell you what, I said this many times before. That lady, Carol Coons.
She's a saint.
She ought to thank her lucky stars that man comes home and lays down next to her every night, because without him,
life couldn't go on.
He is a wonderful man. Stop
Ronnie
crying.
Coons in his 10th year here at Fox, running the camera. Ball kicked off, taken around the 10-yard line to the 15-20. And going out of bounds just inside the 30-yard line, the Minster Wildcats going to bring the offense back out. Got to give the Minster Wildcats a lot of credit going in here tonight against a very good Delphos St. John Blue Jay team. Finishing up the regular season 5-5. Whit Parks has done a nice job with his team. And you know, when you're playing in the MAC and you can go 500, you know that's a pretty good season.
You got that right.
And ask a couple of the other guys who have had outstanding coaching careers. You look at New Bremen this year. A little down year for Howard Overman.
He lost a lot of close football games. Lost to Parkway 14-7. Lost to these guys 28-24. As the Blue Jays just keep bringing the pressure, harassing the freshman quarterback Dustin Summer, not giving him a chance to get the ball off.
When this game is over, we will go out on the field to talk to our player of the game, brought to you by the Commercial Bank, where you are always a winner.
Yep, we got a nice little T-shirt with some stuff on it that they can wear proudly in the halls of school.
Those are nice shirts,
They
too.
are nice shirts by Cappies.
Cappy Sports going to have a new location here pretty soon. Hope to set up our Fox studios over there for the locker room.
That's right.
Second down, 12 from the 26. Summer wants to throw. Nice ball out of bounds. Catch there by number 24, Andy Redgerman. 6 foot, 170-pound sophomore. Also like to thank Canadian Sons Plumbing and Heating, the 102 Water Street in Kalida. And Wright State University Lake Campus in Salina. A couple more of our sponsors. Third down situation. They need 9 to pick up the first down. The ball is resting at the 29-yard line. Dustin Summer is the quarterback, operating out of the shotgun with Andy Redgerman in motion.
Pressure.
Pass play, everybody all over him that time. Bringing him down was big number 69 for Delphos St. John's, and that's Kyle Jackson.
Yep, and number 61 was in there as well to actually harass him a little bit. That was Matt Schwinnen.
The little diesel, Matt Schwinnen.
Yep. One of the many bowling pins on this Delphos wood, big and stocky.
Yep. Well, got a new quarterback down there warming up for St. John's, getting ready to come in here pretty soon. And we will see some of the other players joining him on the field.
Adam Johnson warming up. He's a sophomore.
Kick is going to be short, taken by Hershey this time. Nice tackle by Dwinger, and he's going to make sure he goes down. He holds on to the leg, and he's going to stay down a little bit more. Jim Dwinger is hurting right now. Got another Minster player down who gets up. And so it's going to be the Blue Jay football with 7 minutes and 35 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. They are already on top, 56-zip. And let's check out some of the numbers of the guys coming in here for Delphos St. John's. See if we have too many more replacements.
And a flag on the play as well. Roughing the kicker. Going to give Minster a first down.
Wow, okay, so Minster gets the football back.
Break for the Wildcats. One of the few they received this evening.
First down 10 for the 37-yard line. Carl Metzger, Scott Stiles, and the Fox crew all here tonight, bringing you this Division VI high school football playoff contest, with many more to come. Pass play again. Summer throws it incomplete, picked off, in fact. Back the other way, and he's going to get himself another one. Number 22 will make it into the end zone. Oh, no, they're going to bring it back. There was a clip.
Right at the end.
Right at the end, and I don't think he needed that one either, because Randy Grotehouse had that one.
Honestly, I'm not so sure if it wasn't pass interference, and Blue Jays got away with one because the receiver looked like he was actually hit before the ball ball was still in the air coming towards him when he was hit, but there was a no call. But then we had a flag and a clip right at the goal line. They leveled Summers.
Randy's going, come on.
Yeah.
And another injured Minster Wildcat down on the field.
Whit Park's out on the field, and he's not very happy about it either.
Whit Park's a veteran football coach. 151 victories in his career, 83 losses and 3 ties. 24 years as a head football coach. Remember, next week on Fox, the coverage will continue as we will be bringing you action on Friday night and Saturday night. Also like to thank our official water sponsor tonight, Scott. Northwest Ohio Water. Call 339-2430. The delivery of your water conditioner system.
We're going to see if they can bring some hot water next week, huh? It's getting a little frigid up here. I had that heater turned on earlier, but...
It's still on.
Yeah, it's on.
Producer director Scott Brinkman kind of standing in front of it.
I don't blame him.
Taking away the heat there. At least I'm not wearing my gloves yet. You know, actually, I gave my gloves to my boy.
Well, Scotty writes some good articles. For Lime News on Thursday. I always like to read those. Has good previews. Talks to both coaches.
Yep, even picks winners.
That's right. He's done pretty good on some picks, huh? This week.
First and 10, excuse me, from the 17-yard line out of the I formation. And we do have the new quarterback in there now, and we do have some new running backs as Bowers takes at that time. In for the Blue Jays is number 7, Adam Johnson, as Scott told you. 5'10", 165-pound sophomore. We'll see how Adam runs the offense here in this series of plays.
He's learning now because he'll be the new fearless leader next year of that offense.
The what?
That's hot chocolate in my mouth. Fearless leader.
Bowers in the backfield. On a 2nd down 9 for the 16-yard line, they'll pitch to Bowers. Bowers cuts it back the other way, and he's not going to get much there. The Minster defense ready to stop him.
You know, on that power pitch, as you see, you have the quarterback that leads the block, and then you have the fullback, and then you have Bowers who reads it, and he decided to cut it back up the middle off the center that time instead of taking it to the tackle. That's definitely a tailback read. He finds a hole and just heads for the hole. It's a quick read.
Got Joe Metzner in there, one of the receivers, number 19.
Little Zahner's in there now.
Yeah.
Ian Weber,
number 38. Also, Utrup's in there, number 42, leading the blocks for Weber. And he picks up a couple of yards. Going to set up a 4th down. Pick some other numbers out here for you. The guys playing on the Blue Jay offense, number 68, Jason Tiemann, 5'11", 239, a junior.
62 is Weston Morris. I don't know if you called him yet. He's 5'11", 152-pound guard. He's a sophomore.
Number 20 coming into the ball game. That is Matt Conley, 5'11", 126-pound junior. Also 54 is in there, and that is Bill Kramer, 5'7", 167, sophomore guard. 4th down and 7, they'll go for it. Johnson back to pass, looking down in the corner, and he puts too much on that one.
Yep, the defender did an excellent job of screening off number 88 for the Delphos St. John Blue Jays, Ryan Mentor. Did a good job of screening him off, not enabling him to get to the football.
A couple other guys in there, Nick Menke and Chris Godey, 71 and 72. Menke 6'1", 170, sophomore. Godey 6 foot, 180, a sophomore. So I think we covered most of them on that offense for Delphos St. John's. Now let's see how the second team defense does.
Well, I don't know. We got March still in there, Carl. Gap Carr still in there. Rocky Klaus is still in there. I think we still have most of the first teamers on defense still in there right now.
Got a couple non-starters in there, though, that we'll tell you about. Pass play, Summer down the field, and it falls incomplete. I see Hershey is still in there. He's number 12. Jeff Klaus is in there, number 86, I believe I see, unless I'm seeing things. He is a 6'3", 175-pound senior. Yes, that is him. 34, Art Rios, 5'11", 250-pound sophomore.
Wow, that's good size.
In the ball game.
Timeout, Minster, Carl.
Timeout will come at the 4:48 mark of our third quarter of play, with Delphos St. John's on top of the Minster Wildcats, 56-0. Give us a chance to again tell you we really appreciate the support we've got for the postseason. Underfirth Manufacturing, west of Kalida on State Route 224. CR Golf in Delphos. Good old Roger Gossman. Don't make him any better than Roger. Roger's got a little place up on Main Street in Delphos. You can go in there and whack the balls around a little bit. He's got he's got the clubs and the apparel, and he's got the golf balls. He's got everything you need to be able to play golf. CR Golf in Delphos. And the United Equity Incorporated in Delphos. Spencerville and Kossuth, your locally owned farmer cooperative. Making it possible that we are here in beautiful Delphos at the Stadium Park.
Yep, without them people, we wouldn't be able to be here tonight.
And I'd like to thank the tournament manager, Don Heisman, the top athletic director in the whole state of Ohio, making it possible that we're up here at the press box enjoying this.
Yep, it's awful nice of Don to give us that steak dinner before the game charges to the state. That was nice.
There's the snap to Stuckey, and Stuckey is going to go forward for about 9 yards. Nice run.
Yes, it was. Really good job.
Stuckey, 6 foot, 185 pounds. He is just a junior. Had some very good games this year on Fox during the regular season. As we've only got a month of November left yet here for this. All started out on the 27th of August when we brought you that Allen East Bath game. That seemed just like it was yesterday.
It sure does, especially with Richards around. I'm glad.
Yeah. 3rd down and 2. Running play off right tackle. It looks like it's
going to be close, Carl. Yes, sir.
With the carry. We've done some big games, Division I, Toledo St. Francis and Lima Senior, Massillon Lima Senior.
That was a great atmosphere that night.
Brought you some big games from the Western Buckeye League, St. Mary's and Ottawa Glandorf, Van Wert and St. Mary's.
That was our first overtime game of the year, the St. Mary's Ottawa.
Elida and Shawnee, Wapak and Ottawa Glandorf.
Ottawa, big comeback in that football game to stay in contention for the playoffs at that time.
The MAC games we brought you, Minster at Parkway. Delphos St. John's at St. Henry. Coldwater at Delphos St. John's.
I was a privilege seeing Parkway play because they had an excellent game that night from Temple. And
pick off by Hershey, and he is going to just walk into the end zone for another touchdown for Delphos St. John's. Craig Hershey, the 5'11", 154-pound junior. It is 62-0.
I'll tell you what, that pass had no shot at it. Hershey basically he actually looked like the receiver on that play, throwing way behind the actual receiver, and Hershey walked in the end zone for the score as the crowd starts to file out of here with 3:37 still left in the third quarter.
That's another interception for a touchdown. Remember that also Jeff Fisher's got one tonight. Yep. Timeout called by the Blue Jays before they kick the extra point. Had some big games in the Northwest Conference this year as well. Brought you Grove, a conference team, up against Lima Central Catholic, who still looking for a conference. They tried to get into the MAC. And MAC, of course, only picked up for sales. Sidney Lehman also wanted to get into the MAC.
They said facilities had to do with that. They said, as I heard, and that's too bad.
Brought you the game between Bluffton and Columbus Grove on September the 24th, and we did it again last night. Same result.
Probably the best game of the year last night, huh? Competition was very equal.
I don't know. All the rest of the games are a blur to me. You know, after that week, I forget a lot of things, Scott. Perry at Spencerville, I remember that one. That was on October the 1st.
Why do you remember that one?
Because it was at Spencerville. Oh. We do one game a year at Spencerville, and it was there. Ada at Delphos Jefferson. And Crestview, remember that one because that was the first game ever. Extra point attempt is going to be blocked, as trying to kick the extra point through this time was Ryan Morris. They wanted to give him a shot at it. It was blocked. Crestview, of course, next year will be playing a Northwest Conference schedule.
And their coach was at that game last night. I talked to him for about 5 minutes.
And then our BVC game this year was Lipsick at Pandora Gilboa. You had a chance to see the Rockets, who are
very impressed with
playing tonight. And that's the 16-game schedule that we had. And a lot of exciting games there. And you're wondering how we pick those. And we tell you, all the fans, because sometimes people get upset why you're not doing their school and all that. We try to pick as many possible teams as we can from around the entire Fox viewing area. Put the schedule together, and we're going to get at least one.
And we've expanded so much than last year that we've had a wider variety of games to choose from now. And
basketball is going to be even more of a variety.
29 basketball games.
Yep.
Wow.
And Scott will be joining us on the high school basketball tour this season when I take my occasional night off. Scott Stiles and I'm sure Ray Etzler will be working together to do some of those ball games. And I'll keep my old partner, good old Bob Arns, will be back here in a month or so. He's probably home studying the teams now.
Make sure Bob gets in the right car. I heard a few weeks ago he got in the wrong car.
That was last year.
Oh, he told me this a few weeks ago.
He did it again?
I don't know.
I don't think he did it again.
He told me the story.
I've got all kinds of stories.
Now Alice has to go with him everywhere.
Yep, Blue Jays kicking off. It's dropped, picked up around the 23, and that's about it. And again, we'll see the Minster Wildcats bring that offense out. We still have 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in this third quarter of play. It is 62-0 in favor of Delphos St. John's.
Well, when you're Minster, you just want to maybe start running the football and get out of here, you know. See if they do that. They haven't had any success throwing the football.
They're going to snap the football to Stuckey. That's what they're going to do. They're going to run it to that right side and go down. Check some of the numbers again on that Blue Jay defense, and we will see some different guys in there again. Casey Klaus, number 16, 5'9", 142. He is a sophomore. Got number 66, Chad Martin. Might have mentioned him already. Number 50 is in there. That's Sean Ardner, still in.
Big Kyle Jackson just came off for his final time here at home. He's a senior, number 61.
Recker's still in. 23, Craig Baldoff is now in for Delphos St. John's.
Big hole.
Stuckey again, got some running room, and they finally bring him down after he crosses the 40-yard line. Nice run.
Yep, best play of the night for Minster by far. Good hard run by Stuckey.
Paul Klima, 5'10", 157-pound senior is in. Number 56. Number 80. Matt Siefker, 6'2", 160, a junior, is in the ball game for St. John's. Number 6, I see, that is Keith Fisher, 5'10", 127, junior. Darren Lozier, number 33, playing in the safety position. And Darren is 5'10", 151, and he is a senior. Number 74 lumbers into the ball game. That is Doug Hemker, 6'3", 182, a junior.
Second and 8 for for Minster. We got 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Clock's ticking.
Shift to the left side this time. And the snap is going to go to Stuckey again. He takes off, and he will get back to about the line of scrimmage.
One thing that's rough to do is Stuckey was lined up on the right side of the line, and he had to go clear over to the left side. And the time there was initial blocking there where there were some holes that opened up, by the time he got to that, the hole had closed down due to the Delphos quickness.
What do you think, Scott, if St. John's goes on and wins this? I think they've got this one pretty well in hand.
That's going on a limb, Carl.
When they win this football game, we haven't heard any finals yet tonight, as a 3rd and 9 situation here with a long ball, and it's almost picked off.
Great coverage by number 6 for Delphos, Keith Fisher. He's a 5'10", 127-pound defensive back, and he's a junior.
And I know nothing about Springfield Catholic Central, but we do know a lot about Hardin Northern. What kind of site would they pick for a Hardin Northern St. John's game?
Well, I have heard 2 sites, possibly Wapakoneta, which would be a neutral site, and about the same distance, and also Lima Senior, depending on if Lima Senior's freed up that night or not.
Springfield Catholic Central would be.
That'd be down south, so that'd be maybe a Piqua or Troy situation.
4th down situation. Minster going to have to punt the football away. Let's check some new Jays back there, and they're going to have Keith Fisher, number 6, and also we see number 16, Casey Klaus. Fisher is going to let it bounce, and it will go down around the 20-yard line, and the second team Jay offense. That will be 13. Maybe, huh?
Might be. More new guys coming in.
Yeah, let's check our roster again.
What either side it is, I know both schools do a fantastic job of hosting. Wapak does an outstanding job of hosting the playoffs, as well as Lima Senior. Both have excellent facilities for that type of situation, and fields are not played on very much. I know Lima Senior's playing on a little more, but with that new field and stuff, they've done an excellent job of rebuilding that football field and the complex.
Adam Johnson still the quarterback out there. .56 seconds remaining. They snap the ball back and taken to about the 21-yard line, carrying the football. Again, Ian Weber, 5'10", 152-pound tailback. Bringing the play in, number 31, Brad Burlesman, 6'1", 150, sophomore. And this will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And split is Burlesman and also Casey Klaus out of the I formation. And they fumble the football. Johnson picks it up and decides just to eat it, and he will. And that will be our final play of this 3rd quarter. After 3 quarters of action here from the Stadium Park in Delphos, our score on the Lone Zone scoreboard, Delphos St. John's 62, Minster nothing. 4th quarter action coming up next on Fox.
Basketball is all about teamwork and reaching goals as a team. This kind of teamwork is demonstrated by the faculty and staff at Wright State University Lake Campus. As a student, I know that their mission is to help us learn and grow to attain our goals. That's why the Lake Campus offers a variety of 2-year programs, a 4-year degree in teacher education, and a proposed new 2+2 bachelor's degree in organizational leadership. The Lake Campus team can work for you. Call or visit us today.
Let's face it, cars need oil to run, right? You have to change your oil for optimum performance, so why not have it done at Quick Change Oil and Lube? They'll not only change your oil with top quality Castrol products, but they'll also clean your windshield, vacuum your floor, check all your fluid levels, and check your tire pressure too. Best of all, no appointment is necessary. Quick Change Oil and Lube with 2 locations, North Perry Street in Ottawa and Westwood Drive in Van Wert. Your car will thank you for it.
The soybean is considered one of the world's most efficient and affordable sources of food and food protein. Central Soya Company in Delphos is one of our nation's leading manufacturers of oilseed products. A vast array of products are derived from this oilseed, such as baby food, cookies, non-stick cooking spray, soup, breakfast mix, and more. We take pride in our role as a corporate citizen and look forward to future community service. Central Soya Company, serving our customers, our community, and our employees.
Alex Mann. And I'm Nathan Dyer. Our dads are 2 of the smartest attorneys in Dyer Grapple. I need at least 1 rehearsal. Our dads are 2 of the smartest Say pop. Our fathers are really nice guys, and they will fight hard for you. So if you've been injured, call our dad's law firm today.
12 minutes remaining in this high school football game. The Delphos St. John Blue Jays looking to move on to play either Springfield Catholic Central or Hardin Northern in the next round of the semis for Division 6 Region 24, the computer playoffs. And everything's been going right for the Jays tonight. The only thing that didn't go right in their first series, they were 3 and out. And since they were 3 and out, it's been all Delphos St. John's. Adam Johnson on a 3rd down and 11 out of the I formation. They will run the football. The first back through and nothing there. Let's see who got it that time. I believe that was number 42, Brad Utrick with the carry, and it sets up a 4th down. And so Delphos St. John's going to have to punt the football away, and Minster's going to get another shot at trying to put some points up on the board before this one's over. Let's see who's going to be punting. Help me out with some numbers here, Scott.
Gotcha, buddy.
I can't see very far.
March is going to be doing the punting, Carl.
Okay, March is still in punting the football. So he gets the kick. It's a line drive, and it's going to be picked up at around the 40-yard line. Returned to about the 43.
Andy Roderman was the gentleman that picked up the punt, returned it back for a short gain. He's a sophomore, 170 pounds, 6 foot tall, backup quarterback, I believe.
Our thanks to the Commercial Bank, locations in Delphos, Elida, Gomer, and Lima. Tom All, family of automotive dealerships, where you'll always find knock your socks off deals. A couple more of our great sponsors here on Fox tonight helping out.
Let's see.
I think we've covered about all the guys on the defense for St. John's.
Looks like Minster still has their first team in there, trying to get something going here. Want to leave on a positive note, maybe try to get a score before this game ends. Still
Out
throwing
of
the
shotgun.
football.
Yep, this is Summer looking downfield, and it's up for grabs, and it goes out of bounds. Looks like a new receiver in there, though. Like maybe number 5 up for the pass. That was Isaac Hoeing, a freshman, 150. 5'5".
Wow.
He got up there pretty high.
Sure did. Very good effort for the football.
Let's see if we can find any new guys out there for the Minster Wildcats. I see a number 44, Dustin Bergman. He's just a freshman, 5'80". 5'80". It's going to be a long game.
What's in that hot chocolate you've been drinking, buddy?
I'm still drinking the pop. Let's see. He's 5'8". And weighs 160 pounds.
All new bunch of first team is now coming off the football field, getting an ovation by the Minster Wildcats, and now we can work.
Dustin's still in, though, the quarterback, because he's used to playing with these guys, and he's just a freshman.
81, Justin Gushing, he's a freshman, 180 pounds, tight end.
On a 1st down and 15 from the 38. And they go back to Summer again. Throws the football, got a receiver, but he hadn't turned around yet, Isaac Hoeing. Let's see, 21 is in the ball game. Tony Lupke, freshman, 6'2", 185. Number 80, David Patch, 6'3", 170, a freshman.
Yeah. Number 65 is in there now. Tom Kuhn, he's another freshman. He's on the line. He's 170 pounds, 6 foot tall. A lot of freshmen playing right now, Carl.
Yep. Against a lot of sophomores and a few freshmen. Pitch back to Summer, then they go reverse with Hoeing. Hoeing doesn't get a whole lot. 68.
Not on there, Carl.
Not on there.
I'm glad you called it because I was getting ready to do the same thing. Gotcha.
Okay, 65, you mentioned that one. Tom Kuhn.
72, Keith Riplow. He's a freshman. 6'2", 180-pound offensive tackle.
See if there's any new Jays coming in.
Paul Klima hustles off. He played defensive tackle. He's 5'10", 157-pound senior.
Yeah.
Paul getting some time.
10-12 remaining in this football game. 3rd and 11. Summer wants to throw downfield, has a receiver and too much. And Dustin Bergman couldn't catch up to it. So that sets up a 4th down situation. And so, let's see, going back deep for St. John's again, number 16, Casey Klaus, and number 33, Darren Lozier this time. They're going to be standing inside their 30. Let's see who comes out and punts for Minster. I believe they're going to stick with Tim Warnick, and they will. Warnick standing at his 30-yard line. Snaps there. Kick is a
nice high kick.
Nice kick. Going to bounce at the 30 and go out of bounds, and St. John's will bring another offense, a unit out to take on this Minster defense. Let's see if we got any new guys coming out, Scott. I think we've pretty well covered most of them, unless they decide to bring some of the freshman team in.
Number 20, Matt Conley's out there. He's a split in, 5'11", 126 pounds, junior. Still got Johnson at quarterback.
I think we've covered about everybody out there. Ryan Munter, 88. I don't know if we mentioned him. 6'3", 171, a junior. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the 29-yard line for Delphos St. John's. 62-0 our score, and we've got a timeout called. Officials time. No, this is a team timeout, isn't it?
You know why? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, Minster had 12 guys on the field.
Okay.
That's why.
So they need to call a timeout. Remember, when this game is over, Scott and I will go out on the field and talk to our player of the game, and I think Scott has pretty well made up his mind already on who he wants to choose. I argued a little bit at first, because I was, always looking at the team as a whole, trying to put some other votes in for some of the other guys who might be deserving. And
you cannot wear the shirt, Carl.
You whined, you cried.
Yep.
And so tonight we will have a nice shirt from Cappy Sports to give to our player of the game. The player of the game sponsored, like the post-game show is as well, by the Commercial Bank. If you want to check out our player of the game, turn the old computer on and hit foxlima.com. Bring it up, and you will, besides that, on the website, they've got the schedule for high school basketball up. They recap some of the football games.
Upcoming programming's on there.
Yeah, Scott's biography. 1st and 10 for the 29-yard line. This is Adam Johnson. Goes with the handoff and pickup of maybe 2 yards, and that's going to be about it. And carrying the football this time was Brad Utrip. Looking forward to hopefully getting some of our local teams down to either or at Canton or Massillon this year. The Division I games are going to be broadcast live.
Yes, sir. Yep.
But we will be doing our tape delay deal again, hopefully. 2nd down, 8. Pitch. This is Weber, the other one. And he will pick up the 1st down for St. John's.
Boy, Ian looks a lot like Zach, doesn't he? Running the football. Short, choppy steps, weaves his way through a crowd. Picks up a 1st down as the clock continues with 9 minutes, 10 seconds left. These officials not wasting any time starting that clock. Brad Berlesman's in the football game now. He's 150 pounds, 6'1", sophomore.
Our NFL game, Scott, on Sunday, we've got on our schedule, it says the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers at 1.
That'll be a cold one up at Lambeau.
Out of the I formation again, the Jays on the 1st and 10 to the 43-yard line. First back through, picks up about 5, and looked like they had Miller in there. It can't be a 44, is it? Yeah, that's a 34, and that is carrying the football. Art Rios, 5'11", 250, fullback, just a sophomore.
McCaskey family, who owns the Bears, had a nice tribute at Soldier Field today. I watched a little bit of that on live on CNN today.
You did?
Yep.
You watched CNN?
It was
last
tribute
to
Walter
you watched
Payton.
Nickelodeon or something like that.
Well, I have to do that once in a while too.
Channel 23 or
Rugrats and Blues Clues.
2nd down, 3 from the 49. Showing blitz. And when they do that, they squirt through.
Big Art with the run.
And that sets up another 1st down for Delphos St. John's. So the 2nd unit moving the sticks as well.
Yep. Got some new kids on defense now in for Minster. Mark Stevie's a freshman, 145 pounds, defensive back. Chris Brown, he's a freshman, 130-pound defensive back.
Keep them coming. 1st and 10 for the 42-yard line. Pitch to Weber.
Blitz,
Weber trying to get to the outside, and they trap it, block inside again. Weber, touchdown Jays. Another one.
They brought the blitz again. I was just going to say here, they come on a blitz, and once he broke the first wave, there's nobody there for containment or anything. You see it happen at any level of football, high school, college, pro. Short down situation, break that first wave, and they're gone.
Ian Weber with a touchdown for Delphos St. John's. 7:30 mark of our 4th quarter. Ian, a 5'10", 152-pound sophomore, adds to the Jays' lead, and now we will see the extra point again by Michael Bittler, the 5'7", 145-pound sophomore.
Good.
69-0 as the Jay fans excited because everybody's getting to play. Teams are scoring, and they're looking good. They're clicking on all cylinders here tonight, Scott.
Yep, total team effort. They've done it with special teams, defense scored, and the offense has scored. They've done it all. So well-earned win by Delphos as they ready themselves for play next week.
And by the time
little
this
better
is
competition.
over, Scott, we'll probably know who they're going to play because this game has taken a little bit longer than a normal game because we're going to be out here about the normal time of what we would at a 7:30 game.
I know it.
So we'll probably know the results of the other contests between Hardin Northern and Springfield Catholic Central.
Haven't heard anything on the Lima Senior score. At one time I heard it was 14-14. Then somebody received a call and said it was 26-0. So Lima Senior really getting homered. They got 14 points taken away.
John Zerby, by the way, will have our scoreboard when this one is over.
The Zerby.
And he's wearing, I think, tonight.
I was told cool water.
Cool water.
Yep,
I thought that's what it was going to be.
Yep, that's what I got. The information I got. Yeah.
Cool water.
When you go and do your show, do you still smell that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great.
At the 30 and going down inside the 35-yard line. It's better than Old Spice or something like that. I can't see Zerby wearing Old Spice.
That's Tim. Always comes in whistling away. Never brings in any donuts either.
No, it's because he eats them all in the car before he gets to the station. Well, the Blue Jays are going to be on the defense now, and the Minster Wildcats have 7 minutes and 23 seconds to try to put some points up on the board. Running now the shotgun man will go in motion, Brian Clark, and they hand the football off. And get the football to...
Looky here.
Number 12, Mark Stevie, is wearing the football that time. Mark is just a freshman.
Big Andy Kills in there. 5'4", 130-pound sophomore defensive back.
Some of our Mohawk players lining up with the side down there. They want to get in and see some action.
Tell your kids to get off the sidelines, Carl.
See some other numbers in there that maybe we have missed. We're trying to hit everybody, and I even see we're seeing some numbers that aren't on our program because
Zach Metzner. You got him yet?
That's Jace's brother.
Number 14, 5'1", 90 pounds. Yeah, he could play on the Mohawks tomorrow.
I told you they're slipping some of them in.
Yeah. They're going to need him tomorrow against that Wapak team. I tell you, that Wapak, high-powered. That's all you can say about that.
Jimmy Metcalf's grabbing a jersey. I think he's going to, the Delphos Herald up here wants to run down and play a little bit.
Jimmy, that's not where the mouthpiece goes. Get that out of there. He's using it as a hip pad. What's the matter with him?
When you got as many players standing on the sideline as, how many did you say dressed tonight?
82, I was told. 82.
Second down and 7 for the Minster Wildcats now. We've got 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining here in this football game. Ball is marked to the 38-yard line. Man will go in motion. That's Travis Elsauce. And forward for close to another first down for Minster. Stevie carrying the ball that time. Mark Stevie.
Well, Ronnie Kuntz been staying in the same spot for about a quarter and a half. I hope he's not froze. He's not moving.
He can do whatever he wants on his birthday.
I'm not carrying him to the car. I know that. Ever since that crash, he's a new man now.
Yeah.
Of course, 5 minutes after it happened, everybody in Delphos knew about it because they were all in the coffee shop.
They'll all be wishing him a happy birthday tomorrow, too.
Glad you're still around.
3rd down and 2 from the 43-yard line. Little movement that time.
Yep.
Getting the football again with Stevie.
You won't see a flag now unless it's absolutely flagrant, because these officials want to get out here just as bad as everybody else. Number 11 going into the game. I think you might have called him. Was that Seaver? Scott Seaver? He's 5'11", 133 pounds. He's a 3rd-string quarterback. He's a sophomore. He's going in to play a little defense.
Assistant coaches for Witt Parks, Mark Cordonier, Dan Holland, Chad Grandstaff, and Bruce Schmidtmeyer. And for the Delphos St. John Blue Jays, they have a slew of coaches. Half of them don't show up on the roster because they got a lot of volunteer guys that help out. But Ron Morris, Neil Miller, Mike Rohde, Kevin Rossman, Dan Metzger, Nick Reynolds, Chad Olm, good old Dave Dessenberg, who used to be the offensive coordinator for the Elida Bulldogs varsity football team, has moved over, and he's got a boy that's playing some football for St. John's. He's helping out with the program now. Jerry Burguy, former defensive back for that school up north when he played college football.
Big Ken Schreider.
Jack Westrich, Jimmy Martin, the Shank guy, and Mark Miller, all helping out with the program.
Yep. Jerry is a good football player. I believe he was at Ottawa, and then he went to the Big Blue.
The big one.
Yep.
Down to 5 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. 3rd down 7 from the 49 will be the next call. 69-0. Jays on top. Moving on to the next round, the semis.
A lot of people from Delphos still here.
Well, this is a situation where you got a lot of parents still up in the stands. They want to see their kids play, too, and Minster fans the same way.
Yep.
Another pass play now for the Wildcats, and that one is going to be just short and incomplete as Dustin Summer, the freshman. You got to give Dustin a lot of credit here tonight, playing against a very good football team, a very good defensive squad, the #1 team in the state of Ohio, and he's been hanging in there all night long.
Yep, he hasn't given up at all. He's hung in the pocket well, and he's actually throwing the ball pretty decent. He's had some picks, but he's had, I bet you, at least 5-6 passes dropped tonight, Carl.
4th down situation for the 49. He's going to be a good one, just a freshman now.
You got that right.
A couple more Jays back there, and to receive the punt, got
high snap.
Number 3, that is Andy Kill back there, and the ball is going to be picked up by number 32, is it?
Yep.
That's Elliott Hall, 5'5", sophomore, 116 pounds. And they'll bring the offense out again. We'll see if we got any new numbers. Tell you what, you take the defense, I'll work on the offense.
Okay.
I might be in good shape because I think we've covered most of them on the offense.
Boy, see how you cheat. See, guys, this is what I have to deal with week in and week out. 16 weeks of my life are all messed up because I have to spend it with Metzger.
You love it.
Yeah, I know it.
You and Arnzen.
Now we're going to basketball. Another 29 games down the drain.
The thing is, I'm not going to be with you, see? I don't have to put up with you.
Oh, that's true.
You'll do one night, I'll do the other. Johnson still in at quarterback, number 7. Utrip back there, and Weber's back there. And no, this is not Weber this time. This is number 32, Elliott Hall. Hall, look at him make some cuts. They got a stable of running backs, don't they?
They breed them here, I'm telling you. They're no taller than 5'6", 5'7", but we got a flag on the play, and I think it's a clip. Well, we got a hold. I'm sorry.
4 minutes and 20 seconds still remain.
Are we allowed to do the post-game show from up here and throw the T-shirt down?
It's going to be cold down there.
It sure is. Maybe you don't leave now, because count how many times Carl shakes in the post-game show.
You know what? Did you see me in the pregame show, though?
Yeah, you were steady.
Have a coat?
My mom would be proud of you. She was. She's very concerned about it.
I'm thinking I'm going to stop taking that blood thinner medicine I've been on.
I'm just disappointed I couldn't get my blood pressure checked tonight, because now I'm going to have to go see a real doctor, probably. $4 minutes.
First down situation, they need 12 yards to pick up the first. 25-yard line is where the football is marked. This is Johnson. He's going to pitch it back. Elliott's going to get another chance. Gets to the outside and goes down. Make sure to check out WLQP TV 18 Lima, our sister station, for 1999-2000 Ohio State basketball. And I tell you, they're looking good. They're going to have a good team this year.
I heard they looked excellent last night.
They've already had their hoop group exhibition game on the 5th. That was Friday night. And next Wednesday, they're going to be playing in that Marathon Oil exhibition game at 8 o'clock. A bunch of guys in hard hats from Marathons.
Randy Woods in his uniforms, huh?
Second
I'll
down,
never forget that.
From the 29.
Oh,
the handoff. And some more running room. So no, he kept it himself. Can he turn on the juice?
Yep, he's got it.
He is going to score the touchdown from 71 yards out.
No flags, and the score is 75-0 on the Lone Zone scoreboard.
71-yard touchdown run for the quarterback, Adam Johnson. And the Jays have scored a lot of big plays here tonight, Scott.
Yes, a lot of long runs, Carl. Nothing's been really gimmies tonight. They've earned it the long way.
So they're going to try the extra point again. Johnson's going to hold if he has any breath left after the long run. And again, it's going to be Michael Bittler to kick the extra point. He's been perfect tonight, hasn't he?
Bittler's got to ice his foot after tonight, boy. He's done a lot of kicking tonight.
76-0 is our score. Delphos St. John's on top with 3 minutes and 12 seconds still remaining in this football game.
11 scores tonight. That's a lot of touchdowns.
You know, we talked about WLQP, our sister station, with with college basketball. We're not done with the Big Ten season yet either.
Nope.
Got one more left, and my schedule shows that it's going to be Indiana at Minnesota next Saturday on WLQP.
Be interesting to see how Minnesota bounces back after upsetting Penn State. A lot of time you have a letdown after a big win like that. But Glenn Mason, the former coach at Kent State and the University of Kansas, doing an excellent job at Minnesota.
How did the Northwestern Michigan game end up?
Michigan was killing them when I left, 27-0.
Leipzig star Nate Kreinbrink over playing at Northwestern, of course. Or is it Nick? Nick Kreinbrink, brother's Nate.
It's too bad Ohio State's going to lose to 2 Michigan teams this year.
25 to the 28, crossing the 30, and Minster will have another shot at putting some points up on the board with 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in this football game. And let's get the roster out again, Scott, see if we got any new guys coming in. Greg Morris, number 18. Did you mention him? 6 foot, 150-pound sophomore defensive back. How about number 9, Brandon Seaver, 6 foot, 160-pound junior linebacker.
I think we got most of those guys.
About 63, Corey Rohde.
Got Greg McCann, number 26.
Did you mention Corey too? 5'11", 175 junior. You talked about McCann. Okay. Here's somebody for Minster. Looks like a new number 17, Chris Brown. And Chris is a 5'8", 130-pound freshman.
A good hard run for a first down by Chris Brown.
Jason Bakke, 77, 6'1", 175. He's a sophomore. Remember, this game is over. We are going to go out in the field and talk to our player of the game, sponsored by our good friends at the Commercial Bank. Got a nice T-shirt from Cappy's to give to our player of the game. I don't know if it's going to be big enough, is it?
I hope.
You picked a pretty big boy.
Yeah.
And pickup of maybe a yard or so on the carry that time was number 44 for the Minster Wildcats, and that is Dustin Bergman, again another freshman.
If not, he can fold it up and wrap it up for Christmas and give it to his dad.
Yep.
Be a good idea.
Could. Or his mom.
Or his mom.
Who was it we used to give shirts to all the time? They ended up in the closets of their dad. And had so many of them. I think it was basketball. Again, another keeper.
Ooh.
By Dustin Bergman. I think it was Ottawa Glandorf. McLaughlin, maybe.
Really?
Somebody's shirt stuck in the closet. Dad, you started wearing them. That's Tyson.
Tyson's dad?
Yep.
That's a pure shooter right there.
Down to 1:43 seconds. I'll be looking forward to high school basketball pretty soon, too, because we're getting inside those warm gyms.
I heard we might be getting Blazers as well.
I don't think so.
That's what I heard.
Bob Arnzen in a Blazer ain't going to happen.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
There's a carry out to about the 48-yard line. Carrying the football that time was Isaac Hoeing, 5'5" freshman. Again, we'd like to thank all the sponsors who made it possible that we were able to bring this game to you here tonight from the Stadium Park in Delphos. I'd like to thank Tammy and Red Newmeyer, a little bit of peach pie up here.
Way to go, Red. Maybe choked to death. No apple. Oh, it's apple, Scott. Try it.
Fourth down. There's the punt. Going to be taken around the 18-yard line by Utrip. Nope, that's number 32. That is Elliott Hall for Delphos St. John's, as we may see one play out of the offense, and that's going to do it.
Here comes the freshman, Carl.
Yep. Going to get everybody in this football game.
Freshman, baby.
So the freshman will get a chance to run a play as well. Get your roster back out.
This one I got everything put away. Brian Clark's going to be the quarterback.
Okay. And we got Don Haggard split out here. Folks, we're not going to be able to get everybody in here, but we'll do our best in 48 seconds.
Todd Utrip, running back.
Yep. You got number 13. I mentioned Haggard. You got number, come more, 73, 75. 73 is Dave Cavlich. 75, Joe Gideon.
Number 70, Craig Hogenford. He's a freshman.
82, Todd Munter. 89, Kyle Godey. 52 is Matt Bakke. 17, John Jenninghoff. And then there's a bunch of others.
Good job, guys.
Thanks. you all did a fine job in your two plays here. There's the handoff. And not much there, and that's going to do it. Delphos St. John Blue Jays move on to the next round as they knock off the Minster Wildcats 76-0. Postgame show coming up next on Fox.
For years, since you were a very small child, we've been helping your family. Always there, quietly providing support when it was needed. Now it's your turn. A family of your own, with all the joys and responsibilities that families bring. And we're still right here, where we've always been.
Citizens Bank of Delphos, your hometown bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's morning. Time to rise and shine. And Arby's has delicious French toast, just 99 cents. With powdered sugar and Mrs. Butterworth syrup. It's the best French toast in town. If you're hungry, Arby's has a breakfast for you, and it's so good. At just 99 cents, you might consider getting two of them. You'll find a breakfast at Arby's that's just right for you. But the French toast breakfast special at 99 cents is for a limited time only. See you for breakfast at Arby's.
Interrupted sleep isn't just an annoyance. It's a health concern. The first thing we do at St. Rita's Sleep Lab is find out what's causing the problem. As the only accredited sleep lab in the region, we have the ability to diagnose breathing disorders that disrupt sleep and can affect health, relationships, and work. We can't promise you'll sleep like a baby, but we can develop an effective treatment plan that will make a real difference in your life.
For more information about St. Rita's Sleep Lab, call us.
WOHL Lima's Fox Station, in cooperation with the Ohio High School Athletic Association, is proud to present tonight's playoff game. A promotional fee has been paid to the OHSAA for the broadcast rights of this game. Without the support of the following businesses, this game would not have been possible. Reliable Plumbing and Heating. Call Reliable Plumbing and Heating for 24-hour emergency service at 695-2921. Reliable for all your plumbing and heating needs. The Delphos Food Locker, now offering a variety of meats, cheeses, appetizers, and soups. A proud supporter of local high school sports. Stop by today. Busher Electric, located in Minster, wishes the best of luck to the Wildcats in tonight's game. Busher Electric, your local community supporter of area teams. I&K Distributing Company, producers of Yoder's Mashed Potatoes and Reno's Pizza. I&K wishes Delphos St. John and all student athletes the best this playoff season. The Dannon Company. They've been producing quality yogurt in the Minster area since 1968. Good luck to the Wildcats football team and the girls cross country team in their bid for a state title. United Equity Incorporated in Delphos, Spencerville, and Kossuth, your locally owned farmers cooperative. Delphos Tent and Awning Incorporated. Congratulations to all the fine athletes from Delphos. Community First Bank and Trust is now offering 6.0 annual percentage yield CDs for 9 months with a minimum deposit of only $500. Limited time offer, which may be changed at any time. APY accurate as of announcement date for personal deposits of less than $100,000. Interest penalty for early withdrawal. WOHL Lima's Fox Station congratulates all student athletes playing in the 1999 football playoffs.
Welcome back to the Stadium Park in Delphos. Our football game is over. The Delphos St. John Blue Jays defeat the Minster Wildcats in the first round, the quarterfinals. Final score was 76-0. Time right now to bring you the post-game show brought to you by our good friends at the Commercial Bank, where you are always a winner. Bring in any CD ad from a local institution, and they will match the rate and terms. Some restrictions may apply. Member FDIC. Post-game show, player of the game, brought to you by the Commercial Bank. And, you know, when you win 76-0, sometimes it's hard to pick out one person, one individual who can be your player of the game. And so we figured, you know, with all the yards that were picked up rushing in this football game, that somebody's doing some blocking. So Phil Gunder has been doing a lot of blocking for the last 4 years. We've chosen the center on the Blue Jay football team to be our player of the game. First of all, Phil, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, this game here, this is a game you guys played against Minster a couple of weeks ago. You won big in that game. Coming out now in the first round of the playoffs, how do you approach a game like this?
Well, Coach Schulte prepared us real well. All the coaches did, and saying they don't know what they're going to do. They could throw a whole new defense at us, a whole new offense. They really didn't know. They saw in their last game of the year against New Bremen that they're running a few different things, so we had to show the defense that, and the offense, we had to be able to see what they were doing different. So he just prepared us really well for the game.
Now, you figuring now, Phil, that you guys are at your peak, you're at your top right now, or can you improve any more than what you've done so far?
Well, each game, we make little mistakes all the time. We have little mistakes every game. And in the beginning of the year, the offensive line especially, had 4 new starters, so we had to gel and get together and be as one. So as the year going on, we've just been getting better, but there's still little things we can improve on.
Well, you got a lot of football left yet this year, I'm sure, Phil. Got a player of the game T-shirt for you. Congratulations. So hold that up. That is from our good friends at Cappy's over in Lima. Our player of the game, the center again for Delphos St. John's, Phil Gunder. Good job, buddy. We'll see you next week. We'll let you go. Go ahead and go. And what we're going to do is take time out. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up here from the Stadium Park. If they don't turn all the lights out on us, we'll do all that right after this.
Pleasant good evening, everyone. Our top sports story tonight, the Commercial Bank. The team at the Commercial Bank works hard at providing their customers with top-notch service. Here we have Cindy handing off the keys for a new car to another satisfied customer. That deserves an instant replay. Other than personal loans, the Commercial Bank playbook is filled with other products and services that are designed to help you do more with your money. Don't pass up this opportunity to become a part of the Commercial Bank team, where you will walk away a winner.
Back here at the Stadium Park with the head football coach, first-year coach for the Delphos St. John Blue Jays, Todd Schulte, enjoying a 76-0 win over Minster. Congratulations, Todd.
Thank you. Great game for us. And, you know, it's tough to get up for a game like this. We knew what they had coming in, and they knew what we had coming in. So it was a tough week to get the kids to stay focused. And, you know, I'm glad this is out of the way, and I'm glad we came out with the win. And, you know, we're injury-free, so that's very important from here on out.
Well, I was just asking Phil, our player of the game, and I think a guy who deserves an award like that, because as center, you don't get a lot of attention except when they vote for all conference and league and things like that. But a guy like that really does a lot for you.
Right, and that was my big concern coming in this year, was our offensive line. And these guys have done a great job, and Phil has been the catalyst for these inexperienced guys. You know, they're not young guys. They were green at the beginning of the year, and they've done a great job. You know, Zach gets a lot of press, but, you know, it's the guys up front that are, you know, if they're not doing their job, then Zach's not going to get the numbers.
Now, the point we're doing this interview right here, Springfield Catholic Central, and you got Hardin Northern there as well. Haven't heard anything yet, but I'm sure you got scouts out checking them both out.
Yeah, we scouted them last week, and we got scouts there this week. So, we're going to be ready to go, no matter who it is. And, we'll gear up. I told the kids from here on out, we've got to gear up because, there's not going to be any more gimmies.
Okay, buddy, we'll let you go. Congratulations on your victory, and see you next week.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Todd Schulte, again, the head football coach for Delphos St. John's. Going to wrap things up now. We'll let you go, Todd, and we'll tell you can stay right here, buddy. We're going to a couple more minutes yet. Great football game. What more can we say? The score says it all.
Yeah, all you can say is total domination, by a team that has dominated all year, and they continue to do so. And all you can do is prepare again each week for a new team and go out and try to seek and destroy. That's what their mission is, and that's what they're doing so far.
And unfortunately for Minster, they were the team in the way of the Blue Jays this week. But, hey, congratulations to the Minster Wildcats. Great season. They finish up 5-6 under Witt Parks, and they've got a lot of good young players coming up.
They sure do. Freshman quarterback looked very well, kept his composure, took a beating tonight, threw the ball exceptionally well, even though he had a few picks. Had a lot of drop passes tonight, and that's something you can build on. Playoff experience right here in big games like this, it builds building blocks down the road, and these kids have endured a great deal of experience tonight, and look for them to be powerful next year in the MAC.
And the Jays will continue on 11-0 on the season. Postgame show has been brought to you by the Commercial Bank, where you are always a winner. I can't see anymore. Bring in any CD ad from a local institution and we'll match the rate and terms. Some restrictions may apply. Member FDIC. Also thanks to Cappy Sports for our Player of the Game t-shirt. And what's your name, young man?
Dustin.
Dustin Coons. And what's your name?
Adam.
Adam who?
Mesker.
Now, what team do you play for?
The Mohawks.
Delphos Mohawks up against the Wapakoneta Cherokees tomorrow right here on this field. 3 o'clock. Who's going to win, guys?
Mohawks,
they say. Hey, final score here from the Stadium Park in Delphos. St. John's wins over Minster 76-0. Until next Friday night, for Scott Stiles and the rest of the Fox crew, this is Carl Metzger saying, say it.
So long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Hello and hi again, everybody. John Zerbe here in the WOHL studios, getting ready for the Fox Sports Lima High School Football Scoreboard, brought to you by American and Heating Air Conditioning, an energy partner of AEP. To the scoreboard we go in Division I action. Upper Arlington shuts out Lima Senior 41-0. In Division III, Bass slips by Napoleon 24-21. Division IV, Coldwater routs Otsego 34-0. In Division V, Columbus Grove defeats Bluffton 21-14. Smithville downs Delphos Jefferson 21-7. Parkway spanks Waynesville 27-2. St. Henry rolls over Versailles 34-21. In Division VI, Pandora Gilboa annihilates Ayersville 42-21, and Marion Local advances by defeating Macomb 41-20. This Fox High School football scoreboard has been brought to you by American Heating and Air Conditioning, an energy partner of AEP.
Hello, friends. Chip Washington here with your CUPE weather forecast on this Saturday evening. And as we take a look at the national view, high pressure locked in and well in control of our weather. We had an absolutely super Saturday, and it looks like it's going to be a sun-tastic Sunday as high pressure continues to drift in our area and keeping us in pretty fine shape as far as the forecast is concerned. Tonight, clear skies, no clouds to keep in the warmth, so it's going to be a little on the chilly side. Expect temperatures near freezing, so if you're headed out, you better take the jackets with you or maybe a coat. Clear skies, winds from the northwest at 5 miles per hour. As far as your Sunday is concerned, expect mostly sunny skies, a beautiful day, plenty of sunshine out there with a high of 58, winds from the northwest at 5 to 10. And as we look ahead, we'll see temperatures generally in the upper 50s to low to mid 60s. Plenty of sunshine each and every day. Could see a chance of rain on Wednesday.
You in Diamonds Bar None today. Last call in the ring. Congratulations to everybody that took advantage of this. We need to count quantity and see how many we have. I know we had a lot of these go out. We do appreciate you. We want to thank you. And that was certainly, this is a deal that wasn't supposed to be offered at this price.
No, it's just a crazy value.
Take advantage, and that is not a joke, because this is a little bit finer quality than we offered before. But again, you can't see that, but you'll see it when you get it. You'll definitely know the value when you get it. We have a one only of a Tanzanite set. Oh, you've got 3 of these Tanzanite rings, don't you?
Yes, I do. This is item number PT 594-6.5. These are in 14 karat gold, 48 points on the diamonds with right at a carat on the Tanzanite. I have, well, let me take them away because it's shown they're all committed.
Mm-mm, they're not. No, they're not, because I had them in my return. Or it was a new diamond traders memo is what it is. They're not committed. It's brand new diamond traders memo. All right, coming up. Let me show you the diamond ring again. Great value. This is item number MGQ 100. MGQ 100, 10 karat gold, 10 points of diamonds, Rolex designer link. We're going to do these for the first 2 callers. That's all we have. 2 only. How much? How about under $60? That sounds like a good deal.
How much?
$59.99.
No way.
Bracelet. Isn't that a great value?
Yeah.
$69.99 for a fancy designer Rolex style. Oh, I'm sorry. $59.99. I did, didn't I? We'll go with it. $59.99. We'll try not to make too many mistakes. Of course, if we make mistakes, they're generally in your benefit or to your best interest. So that's all right with you, isn't it? This has a figure 8 safety clasp and a push button entry. Figure 8 safety clasp on the side for extra security. And what little girl in your life wouldn't love to have a designer link bracelet with diamonds? What little girl wouldn't? And again, gold prices have gone up. You don't have to pay. You're getting old gold prices. And we're going to show our special here in a little bit for those who haven't seen it. Let us know if you want one. Only 2 available. We have 2 Tanzanites, right? Or 3?
Good. This is item number PT 594-6.5. These are in 14 karat gold. You have 48 points on the diamonds with approximately a 1 carat oval Tanzanite that is 4 prongs set in the center. Ladies and gentlemen, on a ring like this, easily a ring like this you could get on a piece $499.99 without a doubt. I have 3 of them available. I need 3 ladies online. If you want a nice Tanzanite and diamond ring, ladies and gentlemen, I'll do these while they last for 45 seconds only, $299.99 each, 45 seconds on the clock. This is a special value for 3 lucky ladies out there tonight that like Tanzanite in the white gold. PT 594-6.5. No, sir. $299.99 on these. You have 17 seconds to be online, ladies and gentlemen. The diamonds, the gold, and the Tanzanite for a great value, ladies and gentlemen, that you see right there. 8 seconds and counting on these. And
who offers Tanzanite, Mike?
Yes. Yes.
Diamond bracelets are sold out.
Okay.
Yeah, they're real diamonds. They're going to be smaller diamonds, but they're real diamonds. But these diamonds are full cut. In this ring, they're big, they're bright. And can you purchase a 1 carat Tanzanite in the real world today for a couple $100? No.
$499 is a realistic price on this right in the realistic world.
Just the Tanzanite, right?
Yeah. Last call. Take it away.
Coming up, we have 2 opals. Opal lovers. Only 2 of these. Item number is FCQ 120-7. They're both size 7s. They are both crystal opals. They are about, a carat or so. And this one has more of the flashy color, and that one has more of your pinpoint flashes. But, again, both has wonderful color, which is hard to see through the airwaves. First 2 callers, $69.99. 10 karat gold setting. $69.99 for October's birthstone. The wonderful opalescence. The opal is, of course, one of your phenomenon stones, and definitely one of the most unusual, one of the most beautiful, one of the most intriguing gemstones in the retail world, because each and every one, just like a snowflake, is just a little bit different. Size 7s, they can be sized, mirror polish finish, a big look. I mean, easily $200 in your stores. Opals are one of the more expensive gemstones. Thank you. We have one left. Next caller in has the last one, and Mike has another value coming up for you next.
This will be item number MJS 111. MJS 111. MJS 111. This is a set of 3 pairs of sterling silver earrings for the ladies that you see right there. They're all pear cut. You have pear cut garnets, pear cut citrines, and pear cut amethyst that you see right there, ladies and gentlemen. I have a few pair of these available, and if you want it on these, I encourage you to dial quickly. I'll do the set while they last, $24.99 for the set on your January birthstone, your alternate stone for the month of November, and your February stone, ladies and gentlemen, that you see right there. $24.99 for the set of sterling silver gemstone earrings for the ladies. Now, you break that down, and that's about $8 and something a pair, folks. $8.33 a pair on the earrings. And I promise you, they're more valuable than $8.33 a pair. At $24.99 a pair, they're an incredible value. So, sit there, thank you. Who else? Just a great deal on the earrings alone. There again, ladies and gentlemen, you have 3 different gift items for under $25 that you can give out.
Right, that's exactly right. What better way to do it?
Thank you.
Get a couple sets, because again, these are nice size.
Yes, they are. They look to be right about 5 by 8 millimeter pear cuts on the stones. A nice color on the garnet, and a nice color on the citrine, and a nice color on the amethyst also, ladies and gentlemen.
Evenly matched, too. Nicely matched. That's what's unusual. You can actually buy affordable gemstones that are perfectly matched for, you know, just peanuts. I mean, that's not a ton. I mean, that's pretty much at everybody's price point, you know? I mean, I can afford to get these. That's exciting. I can actually buy natural gemstones.
Last call coming up, and Angie has a deal for you next, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere.
We have 2 of these. This was the one that came along with the appraisal. I think the appraisal was, what, $650? DTF 100-6, done by a graduate gemologist. It is a natural Burma ruby, or excuse me, these are all natural Burma rubies. The center stone, look at how large that is. That is a big look. I mean, this center stone is, let's see here.
6 by 8.
Is it? Mike's probably, yep, 6 by 8 millimeter. 6 by 8 millimeter in ruby, Burma. Only 2 of these available. They're in 10-karat gold. You've got ovals and ovals that are set, of course, vertically in center, horizontally on the sides. Can you believe it? Under $300. Only 2 lucky callers, because we sold out of the rest. One size 6 and one size 7. $125.25. First 2 callers. There's the other one, so you see exactly what you're getting. They're both evenly matched in color, and they're both real. Yes, they are real. We had a caller calling in earlier. Are those real diamond? You know, are those the stuff you're offering? Is it real? And that's an excellent question for those who are new customers, because you don't know. You've never seen us before. This is 100% natural. The carat weight, I believe, was what, 4? Do you remember, Dave, if it was 4 carats, or it was around 3 to 4 carats total weight in your rubies? And you know, retail stores offer Burma ruby. This is natural Burma with a fingerprint on it for at least $300, $350, but the appraisal stated $650, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. All right, last call on these. If you're interested in one, let me know. Let me just slide this in the picture for a second. Sorry about that. I've only got 2. We also did a special on these 2. If you want this one, that is a natural sapphire, corundum, 10-karat gold, size 6 and size 6. 2 size 6s. This is one of the prettiest rings. It's a Princess Diana style. I love the design. It's classic. It's simple. It's elegant. And it'd make a great Christmas gift for her, because, gentlemen, I know you don't know what kind of stone she likes, huh? Well, just about every lady likes diamonds. And most of them like sapphire, so you just can't go wrong with precious gemstones. 10 karat gold, blue sapphire in the center, 2 size 6s. First 2 collars, we did them for actually did them for more. $179.99 is what we lowered them to, and we only have 2. Yeah, quarter carat diamonds. FCQ 139-6 is the number. That's exactly right. About a quarter carat to a third of a carat in diamonds, I think. It might have been, I think it was 33 points, wasn't it?
Got some London Blue Topaz bracelets coming up a little bit later.
Garnet bracelets, I can definitely check. That's a beautiful ring. Yes.
Go ahead.
That's a beautiful ring. I mean, that one is...
a little bit later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What a classy designer look. Again, the stone is natural midnight blue in color.
Kim in New York's been calling for this.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, you're going to, whoever is interested in this one. We sold out of these really quickly. We only have 2. Okay, moving right along. Gotta go.
Look at these diamonds. This is in 14 karat gold, ladies and gentlemen. You have 30 points total weight in a pair of diamond stud earrings for the ladies. I have 1 pair of these and 1 pair only. It's PT555, PT555. I have 1 pair and 1 pair only. I'll take first caller on them if you want them. $249 one time. $249 on those, and the diamonds on those, as I showed you, ladies and gentlemen, are exceptional. $249 on those. You have 23 seconds to be online, so please dial quickly. Look how clean these diamonds are.
They are gorgeous.
Look how clean those diamonds are.
Look at those. Man, they're white.
No, I don't. Look at that.
If you want close to perfection, there you go.
Last call. Take them away.
2 of these rings available, BJG 665-6, size 6s in 10 karat gold. First 2 collars, natural sapphire and diamonds. Baguettes and rounds, oval sapphire, about a half a carat. 2 collars only, $59.99. So you say you like the last ring, but you know, you didn't want to spend a couple $100. You want something a little bit more pristine, a little smaller, but has the same kind of effect in natural sapphire and diamonds. There you have it. 10 karat setting is what you're looking at. This is great for a younger female if you're looking for something for maybe a 16 or even a 12-year-old lady or someone who likes the delicate, more feminine designs. The diamonds are real. The sapphires are real. It is truly a value at under $60. Let us know if you like one. I'm not spending a lot of time on these. These are just really bargain basement prices on natural precious gemstones. And we'll flash a big bracelet. Somebody wants garnets? We got your garnets for you. We have a garnet bracelet that should be priced at around $300-400 at least. But
this is
much less.
Item number SQB 606-8. What we have right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is a 10 karat gold 8-inch oval garnet bracelet for the ladies. This will feature the insert clasp on this right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
And you have approximately 40 plus carats of garnet on this particular bracelet. It is in 10 karat gold. I have a few of these available, ladies and gentlemen. If you want one of these, dial quickly. I'll do these while they last. $199.99 on this particular bracelet right here, ladies and gentlemen. $199.99 on this. So for the caller who was wanting a bracelet, there you go, caller.
And that's bold, too. That is big, bold, and again, each one of your stones is very large. What are these? I think 11
9 by 11s.
9 by 11 millimeter.
Well, caller, maybe you wanted an amethyst, okay? Maybe you wanted an amethyst likewise. I'll do the amethyst. The amethyst number is SQB 571-775. I'll do the amethyst at the same price, $199.99 on the amethyst.
Those are beautiful.
These are incredible. I have just a few. I'm limited on either one, ladies and gentlemen. On the amethyst, I have 11 left, and on the citrine, I have, on the garnet, I have only about 15 of those left, and these will be sold out. $199.99 choice on either one. You have 40 to 60 carats of gemstones on each, and it is an incredible deal, incredible value. Last call. Angie has something nice coming up for you next, ladies and gentlemen.
Got a beauty on a diamond ring. Do you know how expensive the princess cut diamonds are?
Very expensive.
Just a half a carat band is listed in this catalog that I have at selling at $699. Half a carat of princess cuts, one band like this, one row of diamonds. That's pretty amazing. This is a full carat J908-6.5. It's in 14 karat gold. You're getting double the carat weight, and you're getting a much lesser price. First caller that would like to have it, it's a beauty. It's a big, bold fashion ring, and we'll take it to all the way down. Ooh. Do we have more than one of these?
Yo.
It is?
Yes. Okay.
$599.99. And actually, we've got 5 of these. We just found that out. So since we have 5, we want to move them all. We do, don't we? Can we do this? Can we do them for a little less? All princess cuts, heavy 14 karat gold. Let's do them for $499.99 and give it 30 minutes, however much time you want. But again, princess cut diamonds are the fancy cuts that are so very hard to get affordably in the realistic world because they are the most desired cut in your diamond. Why? Because you've got all that wonderful sparkle, all that wonderful shimmer, all that wonderful diamond glisten. I mean, this is another one of those great values that you only find here at ACN. Mirror polish finish. How many rows? 4 rows. I can't even see. 4 rows of diamonds. You just get lost looking at all the diamonds here. And heavy 14 karat gold. If you're interested, let me know. I'm moving on. I can't spend a whole lot of time on this. I just realized we had 5. I thought we only had 1. But again, a super value for a, look at all those princess cuts. You've got how many? What, about 25, 30? Coming up next.
This is item number MJQ 136-7 or -8. What I have right here, ladies and gentlemen, this is in 14 karat gold with approximately 5+ carats of African amethyst with 3 carats of peridot in a amethyst and peridot bracelet for the ladies. I have 2 8s and 2 7s on these. If you want one of these, ladies and gentlemen, get online. A big look is MJQ 163-7 or -8. Yeah, 163. 7s are sold out. Okay. I have 1 8 and 1 9. Have 1 8 and 1 9. Get online. $99.99 each, ladies and gentlemen, who wants one of these. I have 1 8 and 1 9 on these. Just an incredible look. Well-cut amethyst right there, ladies and gentlemen. Nicely cut peridot. Just a beautiful combination of the, just a beautiful combination of the gems together in 14 karat gold. I have 1 of each. If you want one of these, folks, get online down now because when these are sold, they're gone. And this is an item that we won't be bringing back here to America's Collectibles Network, a very limited item. So get online down now because opportunity is yours on these. Big, bold look. This ring can be sized up or down without a problem. It has a very heavy wire gallery that the stones are sitting on. And last call, take them away.
PQJ 132-5 is the item number. PQJ 132-5, and I guess I need to check and see if we have these in other sizes. This is a 10 karat gold, emerald cut garnet with diamonds, ovals flanking outside of that, and a beautiful, rich look for this holiday season. And again, this reminds me of fall. It reminds me of that wonderful, the color of the leaves change, that rich cinnamon red color, rustic red color that, of course, is reminiscent of fall. Beautiful ring. My aunt bought a ring that was smaller than this, and she paid well over $150. I think she paid $179 for it, if I'm not mistaken. Around the $200 price point when it was all said and done. We're offering you natural garnet, natural diamonds for less than $100. $79.99 on an emerald cut garnet, which is, just by looking, Mike, can you tell how?
Basically, the sides
6x4?
They're probably 6x4s, or they might even be 5x4 millimeter ovals.
So, you know, good size stones, natural, beautiful garnet, and it does come in. Does it come in other sizes?
Just size 5.
Just size 5, but it can be sized, not a problem. 30 seconds on our clock if we can. And how about $69.99? Can we sell them at that price? Because we got less than one per state to go around. Much less than one per state. How about $59.99 on an emerald cut garnet with diamond accents and 10 karat gold? What do you have to say? Say yes to this garnet. Oh, look at the color. I mean, this is not a dark or washed out color. This is a very lively, vibrant garnet. And let me show you what it looks like on my finger. Let me show you the appearance on the hand. And just let me ask you this. To find a ring of this size, you're going to have to spend more, aren't you? I mean, you would think you would spend more here, but again, we like to give you the best values. We don't have, 100, 200. Most jewelry stores have 300% and 400% markups. I know, I used to work in one. We don't do that to you. We buy at closeout prices, and we offer you closeout values. And if you're thinking, I can't wear a size 5, it doesn't matter because you can have it sized for just a few dollars, and it's definitely going to be worth your while. Definitely going to be worth your while. These are selling out right now at $59.99. Garnet and diamonds, and would be lovely if you got the garnet bracelet. Can I show that garnet bracelet on too? We had a couple more callers wanting the garnet bracelet. Thank you very much. If you want to team this with that garnet bracelet that was $199, you can certainly do that. And we still have a couple of the $199 bracelets available if you'd like to have one of those. And it does have a real good safety clasp on it too. So if you're wondering, is the bracelet secure? Anyway, the bracelet is available. And thank you very much. There it is if you want to team those together. That'd be a nice combination. That's $199.99, and you've got emerald cuts and ovals on the sides. All right, last and final call. And Mike, what do you have coming up?
I'm doing something. I got a special gift for somebody.
Okay.
These are in sterling silver. And what I'm going to offer these in size 6s and size 8s. Size 6s and size 8s on these particular rings.
Now, if you're just now joining us, we want to welcome you to the show. This is a special deal that we are offering tonight and tonight only. We are giving you a phenomenal quality champagne diamond ring. And we're going to be showing this here in just a little bit.
This is item number STK612-6 or -8. I have size 6s and size 8s available on this next ring. I'm going to do a little bit of a deal on these, Angie. I want everyone involved on this particular piece here. Get online, dial quick. I'm going to do these while they last, no games. Yes. $49.99 each. This is a 2-minute special. Good morning and welcome to the America's Collectibles Network. $49.99 each on a carat 63 of tanzanite in sterling silver in size 6s or size 8s. Ladies and gentlemen, get online. Dial now. When these are gone, these will be sold out, and we want every size 8. Please call out your size. Please call out your size. Who else? $49.99 on tanzanite and sterling silver, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute and 7 seconds and counting. You have a big, okay. Who else? Thank you. Who else? Thank you. Who else? 48 seconds and counting on this, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody should be online for this particular deal right here. In all reality, I should be selling this ring, even though it is in sterling silver, ladies and gentlemen, for $149.99 and get it every day of the week. But at $49.99, this isn't. Size 6 there, thank you. Who else?
What do you guys think about this?
Thank you. Who else?